Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day.
Vegas, baby, Vegas! Las Vegas, Nevada. Are you
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone. En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie. We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Triple G later this year.
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes. As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again. ¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me. So, talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the boxing boys.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, joined alongside in Fighting Zone, Mario Monguilla. You guys remember him. What's going on, champ? How are you?
Oh man, I can't call it. I'm good. But that was some crazy action last night in the world of everything, by the way. Because I know you're the man when it comes to boxing for sure, but MMA, wrestling, everything. It was hard to keep up.
It was, bro. It was. But definitely excited to talk some boxing. Obviously, a lot has taken place over the weekend. But I wanted to get you on, obviously, big fight weekend. Canelo Alvarez did his thing. And even though he dropped, John Ryder, bloodied him, scored a few knockdowns, he's still being criticized. He's still being called wash. They're saying that he's lost a step. So yeah, this is what we're here to talk about. This weekend's fights. Obviously, we can talk about Juan Martinez, who definitely went the over. So if you're part of our betting team, you definitely made some money there. But yeah, man, so much to talk about. If you want to jump into, the main event, feel free.
Yeah, listen, I think that's the perfect place because today I think you said it very well, but it feels like we woke up in a new era of boxing. Since the Tank Ryan fight, there's been a battle between fans of who's the face of boxing right now.
Yeah.
This was Canelo's chance to come into his home, a home victory type of thing, put on a huge show. He put on a great fight for all of us on TV, I think. A lot of people are giving it crap, but it was a good fight. It got interesting at moments. That said, he did not deliver for his Mexican fans. They all expected a knockout. He built up the knockout. He did all those things, and he fell short. Does that mean he's washed? Absolutely not. That's a ridiculous sentiment to make. It's like when you're Tom Brady or Michael Jordan or LeBron James. Just because you're out of your prime doesn't mean you're washed, right? You started a 98 out of 100, and then you regress to an 88. You're still one of the best in that sport. And that's what's going on with Canelo. He's not washed, but we have entered a time where Canelo can definitively said that Canelo's no longer in his prime. Canelo in his prime stops John Ryder last night. He had many opportunities. He hurt John Ryder. He hurt him several times. The Canelo that I've seen, when he smells blood, it's like Shark Week. You see it, you recognize it, you know it, and he's ready to pounce. What makes Canelo so good isn't just that he's really athletic and he's got, great hands and he does a lot of things really well. It's also that he has these instincts. He knows when his fighter is ready to go. He can sense these things and he builds to that. That was not there. In fact, I argue that there were multiple times in that fight where Canelo tried to step it up, where he tried to push the gas and tried to gain that knockout, and he just couldn't. What we have to remember, last thing real quick, what we have to remember is that age does not dictate a fighter's prime. It's the number of fights and the kind of fights and the amount of rounds, right? So, you can look at Canelo and say, well, he's not at the age that Pacquiao was or Mayweather was when you could clearly see their downslide, or you could say they definitely weren't in their prime, but he's certainly reaching that era. For those of us that have covered him, we know he's been fighting men, grown-ass men since 14, 15, 16, whether he turned pro officially or not. It doesn't matter. That kind of stuff is taxing.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't understand. What did you see that even his worst critics could say washed or lost the step? Is it simply because Ryder's been stopped and Canelo didn't do it? Because from a performance standpoint, I'm really not understanding. Like, outside of not knocking the guy out, he dominated John Ryder. I mean, Ryder was a bloody mess. So if you can't give your hometown crowd, a knockout, you give them a destruction, a domination like that, a bloody one. So I'm just lost. Like, what did he do wrong outside of the knockout that, I don't know, that makes it him be this guy that's lost a step now all of a sudden?
I think it's the clarification of the opponent in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Because John Ryder, look, I never thought John Ryder was as bad as, everyone was trying to say. That narrative was lost on me. John Ryder wasn't an elite opponent by any means. He's not an A opponent, even a B plus opponent. But he certainly wasn't just a walking body. He fought back. He did a lot of good things on his own. The problem is that when you're an elite fighter, when you're classified, not just as an elite fighter, but elite in your sport, because the
My bad.
has
Shit. I'm gonna have to start that over. Just lost them by mistake. Yeah, it is this one, right? What is going on? My bad,
Yep.
bro.
There.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know. That was
No,
weird.
that was I think that was my fault. But you should be good now.
Okay, yeah. So again, look, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like if that was the kind of fight he put up against Charlo, if that's the kind of fight he put up against, Golovkin or one of the other elites, that's what happens when you're an elite. You test yourself and we get those kinds of fights where it goes the distance. He got bloodied himself. He had a busted nose, like he was constantly getting hit with an uppercut. Where was the head movement? He's throwing one punch at a time. Honestly, you want me to tell you the biggest mistake he made? He thought he had the guy done, and he was just looking for that one punch for several rounds. That it wasn't what he did wrong. It's all the things that we didn't see him do right that I know that elite fighters get right. The stoppage victory isn't that big of a deal, but to suggest that Canelo hasn't shown signs of regression when all we've ever seen him do is dominate elite fighters, for him to not get that job done against John Ryder, I'm sorry, it is telling. It wasn't just that he didn't get the knockout. He looked gassed.
Gassed?
He looked gassed at times. Come on.
What?
He looked gassed at times. He was getting hit with shots that I just didn't make any sense. Like either you didn't see him coming, which is really hard to believe, or you just were willing to take it. And you're willing to take it for what? Because you weren't delivering much back. He had a lot of great things going. The momentum just stalled out completely. And then you know what happened? John Ryder started building his own momentum. It was a good fight. It was a great performance. But when we're talking about whether Canelo is still in his prime, I think it's clear that he's not. I think it's clear he's not. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Well, outside of that, I do want to mention Bautista, which was Juan Martinez's opponent.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that guy to go the over. The bookies, they were tripping. They put that guy to the over was like 3.5. So I thought that
Oh
was
man,
disrespectful. So we put the bag on that.
great.
Outside of that, though, bro, that guy's a pretty good boxer. Did you watch the co-main?
I did. It was a good fight. It was a
He
really good fight.
honestly, I thought he was losing the fight. Martinez was, and
So did I.
this guy got the knockout in the 11th round or something like
It
that.
was
So
11.
credit to him for being able to come back from behind. But I want to see Batista again. He's actually very good. I enjoyed his stab jab to the body. He had a good straight right to the body as well. I really enjoyed his boxing ability. Like, I had no clue. I just knew that, based off him going to Russia, I said to myself, bro, this guy went to Russia, lasted 12 rounds on foreign soil. He's not about to get knocked out by Martinez just because they're in Guadalajara in 3 rounds.
Yeah.
That shit ain't going to happen. But then when, like, the bell rang, to my surprise, he was a very good boxer and controlled the shit out of Martinez for a lot of that fight. At the time of the knockout, I know you probably wasn't scoring it because, like, who was scoring a tune-up, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
But did you think Martinez was winning going into that round and whatnot?
Yeah, man, it's funny you said that because I always score fights just to score fights. I didn't have any plans to score the co-main event nor the main event.
Mhm.
Partly was the odds, knowing how blown up it was, and partly because I just expected both guys to win. Uh, Around the midway point, I'm looking at it and I'm like, what's going on here? Is Martinez even up? If I would have just guessed, I think I could see Martinez up simply based on the fact that they were in Mexico and we know how boxing judging works. You were going to have to beat that guy 9 rounds to 3, 10 rounds to 2 to get that decision. You know what I'm saying? That said, I thought he was very much in the fight. Very much in the fight. I think that Martinez hit him, and at times he expected him to just fold. I don't know if Martinez had some sort of plan or not plan strategy, I guess, or like he just thought he knew something, like he was going to be able to hit him with something, he was going to fold. That didn't happen, and Martinez had to push the gas multiple times. A lot of people are talking about Martinez's power or lack thereof. He hits really hard. He just doesn't have that like one punch boom, those devastating punches took their toll. I think if you could go back and run that back, Batista, there's a fight he can fight where he wins that fight, and not just like barely wins. Like he could definitely come back in that type of fight. Does Martinez come back? That's the point. That was the problem for me, is he looked like he was doing a lot of the same mistakes that we saw him make against Chocolatito, and so I'm not going to sit here and say Chocolatito ruined him or anything like that. I mean, I don't know that for a fact, but I'm not as excited. Man, I don't want to say this and sound like an asshole, but I saw more Leo Santa Cruz future than I saw Eric Morales future. And that wasn't the case about 3 years ago. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that sounds too harsh or not, but it was a great fight, though. Great call, by the way.
More Leo Santa Cruz future than Eric Morales.
In the sense that
you see Martinez in a devastating knockout pretty soon, and maybe even if you didn't, because I was gonna say even if you didn't mean that, I think that, and I'm waiting for that because of his style. He punches so weird. It reminds me of the other guy that fought yesterday. What's his name? Oh my Lord, what's his name? He was. I bet on him. I bet the over. Okay, it was
from yesterday?
It was Gaza versus who? But his real name ain't Gaza. That's the worst part. It's supposed to be like Venezuela.
You're talking about
Gabriel
Steve
Venezuela.
Fight.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's another dude waiting for a nice, compact fighter, Marquez style, a Broner style, somebody with a check hook to fuck him up, bro. These dudes are they're like throwing uppercuts from their ankles. But yeah, Martinez and that guy Venezuela Gaza, they both are very fat, Teddy Atlas would say. They're very fat with their punches. They're wide. So shout out to Sparks though. I knew that would go to over, man. We cleaned house this weekend. It was good. Did you want to bring up anything from the undercards?
Yeah, well, I wanted to bring up something from the co-main event, but if you want to just not
Go
get
for
into
it.
it, we don't have to. Well, listen, I want to just make this very clear. I think that what we saw with the knockdown in the co-main event is problematic. Now, I don't want to make such a big deal about it because they got the call right, and that's the most important part at the end of the day. But I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. I wasn't ringside, but from everything I've seen reported, Mauricio Suleiman inserted himself into the situation. Now, I understand that he wanted things to be right, and that's
But he's done
100%
that
understandable.
before as
And he's done
well.
it before. But this is like if we're in the Super Bowl and there's a non-touchdown called, and Roger Goodell runs down from his box and is like, no, it was a touchdown. And even if it was a touchdown, it's like, that shouldn't be coming from you. Like, you should not be the person that has any reflection on what happens inside the squared circle. You're not an official. You're not a judge. You're not a ref. You know, I just think that it was a bad look. And I think
Did
a
you see
lot of
my
people.
message? I'm gonna
Say it
just
again?
get. I guess you didn't see my message. I want to restart Skype because I'm not able to
Oh, I'm
get you
so sorry.
on video. So I
Okay,
just
you want
want
to do it? Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to try and restart it. See if we could get him on video. If not, we'll keep doing it the way that we're doing it by now. For now, because he is giving and offering a good insight. But remember, we're still looking to take your calls as well. If you want to call, all you have to do is hit the 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. And don't forget, you can also check us out on Twitter Spaces and Discord as well. So, yeah, let me see if this is going to work with Mungia here. It's my NDI. I still don't see. Well, let me see here. I don't have a picture yet. Let's give it a sec. Are you there? Okay, so it's ringing. We're waiting on him. But if you want to call in, all right, I see a few people there. Let me go ahead and start getting these numbers ready so that I can address everyone by their name. And yeah, you can give us your opinion. We also have a poll going right here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, where we're asking you a specific question. Actually, it's not too specific. It's a two-parter. You know me. I got to make it interesting. But it says hit the thumbs up before answering, even though that didn't even work because we're only at 139 thumbs up. And let's see how many votes. Let's see how many votes. Oh, double the amount of people watching, that's for sure. So the poll question is: hit the thumbs up before answering. Is Canelo washed based off yesterday's performance? What's next? So yes, he's washed. Bivol next plus retirement, 35%. Not washed, dominated. Bivol next, 26%. Not washed, dominated. Benavidez is next, 30%. And then we have look good. Badu Jack is next. Remember, Badu Jack beat Makabu for that cruiserweight belt. So that is, our little poll here. If you want to go ahead and vote, go ahead and do so. Mari, I'm gonna send you the other link. It just ain't working the way that I wanted to, so we'll do it this other way here.
Okay, cool. You want me to get off of this one and go to the next one?
Yeah, you'll see it. It's in your text. I'll work on that and get that back working the way we had in Florida. But On that note, we'll open up Discord for anybody that wants to use Discord to call. Also, the landline is open for anybody that wants to call and voice their opinion. Obviously, the face of boxing, or arguably, right? A lot of people debating that now, but based off how that arena looked, based off the electricity there, I don't know, man. It was 50,000 people inside, and it was lit. There are other people in this sport that put on events, but I don't know that they look like they did last night. You know, but there is Monguia.
Oh, okay.
What's up, champ? Now they can see you and hear you clearly. I
All
just
right.
wanted
I
to
gotta say
make
it all over
sure.
again or what?
Say again.
I gotta
Hold on.
I've said
Hold
all
on.
over again? No, I'm playing.
Say again. You want to say? Nah, 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 nah. You don't
No,
have
I was
to.
kidding. I was kidding.
No, you don't have to.
Yeah,
But
so that's the only point I just wanted to make about that aspect in the co-main event. I just felt a little turned off by it, I guess. I'm glad they got it right, and that's the most important part.
yeah, man. I am glad they got it right, but I will say that it's not something we didn't see. I remember Mauricio Suleiman did that in the Sonny Edwards fight, if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken. You know what I mean? And I was happy he did it then. Sometimes you need someone hands on because you see these things take place that they are as simple as, hey, just look, this is what happened. Can you see it on this replay? So I get the people that don't like Mauricio to interject, but I also, get the people like myself that appreciate it because you don't get those mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do think that there should be, something like that. Like MLB changed a lot of its rules this year, right? And now there are people in the booth that are like solely dedicated to like making sure these rules are kind of being classified and followed. The fact that replay exists in certain places can be very confusing for refs. There are refs that have worked their entire life and instant replay was never even a thing that they'd heard of as far as it goes with boxing, right? And now that it's there, like how many of them are realize that they can turn to it, and how many of them have less of an ego or less pride to say, you know what, no, fuck that, I got it wrong, I got it right, I'm just going to stick with what I said, instead of willing to swallow your pride and check those replays. You know what I mean? Because it's not like you can throw a flag on the play. And the coaches throw flags and the coaches in MLB, they challenge plays. That's not what happens in boxing. So there should be somebody sitting on the outside, kind of helping out, a third ref, and I mean a second ref in a sense.
Totally agree, man. Listen, I'm gonna open up the phone lines, get a couple of these people on,
I did
and
real quick want to say as far as what's next, because I did hear you with the Badu Jack. I do see what your point is there. I think Canelo, after what might be like the backlash of him not finishing John Ryder and the fact that most of, this lead up was people complaining about the opponent, I think he goes big and swings for the fences. And it feels like the shift has come with Charlo, and a lot of people don't think he has much of a chance as much as they used to, with everything going on. I know that, I'm sure y'all saw his interview with Brandon Marshall and a lot of the guys. Like look, I'm not saying he should pick Charlo because it's the weakest link. I'm saying he should pick Charlo because he should have fought him by now. You know what I'm saying? So I
yeah,
think
but
that
that's
that's
the bad part. He mess around and pick Charlo, and they're gonna say he's picking Charlo because Charlo's mentally not in the right place and things like
yeah,
that.
that's true. That's true. That's true. But what can you do? You know what I mean? Like, look, how many of those things, Ness, when we used to talk and people called in about Mayweather and how he's ducking because he's fighting Victor Ortiz, he's ducking because he's fighting Maidana, he's ducking because all the guys that they didn't want him to fight, those narratives are gone. When you get past all of it and you retire, all you remember is the name on the box rec. Nobody's sitting there. Like, BoxRec doesn't make little asterisks that say, well, Mayweather beat Marquez, but he was supposed to weigh in at this, and then he, outweighed him, and then he made Marquez go back up. nobody says that, and I'm not saying that's why Floyd won. I'm just saying that that's a part of the storyline that existed back then. So you're right. You're absolutely right. They're going to say that he's picking Charlo now because he seems to be at a weaker point in his career than he was 2-3 years ago when people really wanted the fight. But David Benavidez would be the shocker of them all, right? That's who I think Canelo, 154-pound Canelo, that's who he picks. He picks Benavidez, but he's not that guy anymore.
Before we open up the lines, we do need to talk a little bit about the couple of signings, big signings for Matchroom. Lord have mercy. They picked up the 140-pound champion, Regis Prograis, something that, we talked about here on the show. They also picked up the nemesis of Keyshawn Davis. I can't believe it. That came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
they picked up the nemesis of Keyshawn Davis. His name is Andy Cruz.
Andy Cruz.
And they signed him. And I believe there's still one more signing. I heard there was supposed to be 3 big signings. And it's rumored to be the IBF champion at 140, Matias. Now, let me tell you, let me be the first to tell you that if that is true and Matias signs, you better believe Devin Haney's going over there. I know it because, Eddie had a meeting with Dev out here about a month ago in the win. And the writing's on the wall is all I can say.
The writing's on the wall.
The writing's on the wall. And
did you see Regis's interview?
Yes. You mean
that was very telling as well.
The one during the telecast with Chris Mannix and Eddie on the side?
Yes.
Yeah, I seen
that.
I seen that. So what was telling? What exactly? Because you said it was telling. So what exactly? Because it was a little bit confusing. He actually started talking about fighting Ryan and Gervonta, which Ryan I get being with DAZN and Golden Boy, but Tank being at 35, Tank being PBC. I don't know. I don't know about that one. But he did mention Josh Taylor rematch, and he mentioned. I don't know. He kind of put it out there like, I heard something about Matisse and looked at Eddie. So
yeah. Exact. That's okay. So look, can I just let me get my conspiracy hat real quick? Just boom, right there. Now look, this is what I heard, and I'm 100% speculating. Nobody's told me anything. I have no rumors, nothing like that. But what happened was this: Mannix asked a question about who he'd want to fight, and Prograis responded by bringing up Ryan Garcia and Tank. Now Mannix, like in a sarcastic kind of way, said like, you're aiming low. Now he kind of meant that like, I think partially is like 135, but then it was also like, those are huge fights. Like he was also giving him props like, oh, you want, big fights right away. That's what he was trying to kind of say. Regis, I felt like he took it in the sense like, oh, you're trying to pick on the little guys. And that's when he started, he's like, well, no, I want the Taylor rematch too, like right away. But then he looked at Eddie and he mentioned 2 names, Ryan Garcia and Mattia. And when he mentioned him, by the way, I feel like Eddie squirmed just a little bit. And so again, I'm speculating totally. This is me reading body language. This is me trying to read between the lines, but that's what we do, And so I don't know. I think it's very telling. I think that Regis signed with Eddie for a reason. Look, Regis is one of the hottest free agents in all of boxing. There are very few fighters that people are fantasy matching more than Regis, right? Everybody wanted to see him fight at least one person from all the big stables. For Eddie to land that fight, there had to have been a plan. There had to have been some sort of 3-fight plan or 2-year plan or whatever it was. And that's the way that they got Devin away from him in the first place, right? Is they had a plan. They knew where they were going. I think Regis knows where he's going, and I think he may have accidentally let it slip. You know how like Spider-Man lets all the Marvel stuff slip,
in your opinion, you think the big fight is Matisse and Eddie is going to announce that signing soon enough?
I I think so. I do. I mean, I could be wrong 100%, but it just feels like everything's pointing that way. And by the way, you and I both know that there are plenty of accounts on Twitter, Reddit, all these things that are, really masterminded and puppeted by people that work in PBC, Top Rank, Golden Boy. It's that kind of thing. It happens everywhere, right? And some of those people, they've said some interesting things over the last couple of weeks that make me think that that could be the case. But again, that's pure speculation. But it's good fights,
Well,
though.
I'll say based off of yesterday, that speculation doesn't seem to be too far from what I believe to be true. Um, so I wanted Regis to sign there. People were talking this. He's ducking Matisse. It would just be ironic, irony at its finest, if all that spit could land on everyone's face, right? Because here they are thinking,
Yep.
oh, Regis is a duck, Regis is a duck, Regis is a duck, and he went straight where everybody's at. But even if Matisse doesn't go there, I just want to say that I still think it's good for Regis. He needed this at 34. Look at the way Eddie was talking about. We have the best 140. He's giving him that. He's propping him up the way that he should be. He's never had anyone talk so highly of him. He's never had a promoter promote him. I'm happy for Regis, even if it means I don't get the Matisse fight. So fucking what? Matisse ain't like it ain't like Matisse is the Tank fight. Like Tank
No.
and Regis got more history than Matisse and fucking Regis. So I do want to play some audios before we go to the phone lines, and also go ahead and show you guys this. So let me see how we're gonna do this. All right, I guess
Is
we're
it
gonna have to
Canelo
just.
pretending he doesn't know who Morel is?
It is that. It is.
Oh,
that.
it is? Oh, shit. I swear to God, he didn't tell me that. I just guessed it.
It is that. But wow, did they delete it? What the fuck? Let me forget it again.
I could send it to you.
Forget it one.
Oh, but you're not going to be able to. Never mind.
Oh wow! So
yeah,
it got
listen, I'll keep
deleted.
going.
I'm gonna have to screenshot this. It got deleted. Do you have it?
Yeah, I got it.
Why would someone delete that? That's so lame. See, it says
That is weird.
This page doesn't exist anymore, and it was just a video. Now let me see if it'll play from within the text though.
Oh, see, that's how I have it. So if you can't do that, then
that's so whack. Oh man! So basically, it was Canelo saying that he wants Bivol next, but he's not married to fighting Bivol next. And if he can't get Bivol, that it's okay, and he'll get Charlo or Benavidez. But look, it was in Spanish. The tweet has been taken down, which is insane. This is crazy.
You want me to just play it from my thing?
Yeah, that's good. Do that
Okay.
again.
All right, here it goes. It's going to start from the very beginning.
Claro. Al final de cuentas, lo que quiero es eso, que sean los mismos términos, eso es lo que vamos a buscar, pero como te digo, tampoco es como que todo centrado en eso. Si no se llega a hacer la pelea, no estoy cerrado nomás en hacer esa pelea. Hay otras peleas importantes. No, oye, pues obviamente está Benavides, está Charlo, están pues otros peleadores.
¿Morel te interesaría?
¿Quién?
David Morel.
¿Quién?
El campeón de regular de la AMB. De la AMB. Necesitaríamos ver, la verdad es que no. Oye, claro.
Yeah, there it goes.
Yo, he said he don't know. They're like, David Morel. He's like, King?
He's like, ¿qué?
King? So that means
but here,
But
exactly.
he basically said that what he's looking for are the same terms as the first fight. So he wants it at 175. I guess he's heard my podcast telling him that we will give him zero credit for bringing Bivol down to 168 like they did Chad Dawson. You get none for that.
I think that's a fabricated story too. I feel like he wants him at 168, and they want the narrative that Bivol wants it at 168, so then Canelo can finally be like, fine, I guess I'll drain you. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to say though. It feels
Bivol
like almost like manufactured.
He keeps saying
I know it's stupid.
Do two divisions and be undisputed, but It's
Hey,
like,
but
I don't want to see you be weight drained and that be the reason. Because
nah.
ain't nobody going to give credit. Even if he's not weight drained, you ain't getting credit. They going to say that anyway, just like they
You'll
did
get
with
more
Ryan.
credit. You'll get more credit for beating Benavidez than you will for beating Bivol at that weight class. You know what I mean? And they're both tough. They're both very tough fights.
Yo, boxing is so toxic that I don't even think if he goes into his next fight and beats Benavidez, they still gonna be like, it's Bivol the one you should be fighting. He the one beat your ass.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. That's the way it is. But I'll tell you this, though. Whatever people were saying, because everybody's making fun of the fact that Canelo really knows who Morel is, but, pretended like he didn't. I honestly think it was just a slip of the mind. That's what I'm trying to say. I honestly feel like, look, people are trying to compare this to what Thurman did to Boots. It is not the same at all.
But
Thurman
dudes
played
is
himself
different
out.
lives, bro. Like Thurman was on like an island with his wife on some, retreat shit. Canelo is like multi rich. Like, why would these dudes know you guys? They don't have to know you.
Exactly, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, yo, I'm sorry, but Canelo, you're playing golf with Zeke like every other week. Like, yeah, you might miss the David Morrell fight.
You chilling with
Steph Curry, and
why
y'all
you
think that
gotta
he's
know
watching
who fucking
Showtime
Morrell
at
is?
like you think he's watching Showtime at 8, 9 o'clock at night and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, look, I'm not trying to shit on Morrell. He looks the goods. He really does. But it's like one of those situations where like there's a monster comes up every day.
Somebody thinks you're a caller. He's actually on video. We got him on video. But let me get to some of these phone lines here. Who we got on the line? We're going to Jay Swift. What it do? Vegas. Oh shit, Jay, hold up, Jay. I forgot I wanted to play this audio for everybody, even though one of them is gone, but Mario caught that one. This is the other one here. And this is my boy Eddie.
Unbelievable atmosphere in Guadalajara. Great performance from Canelo. Tough man, John Ryder. Hurt badly, broken nose in the second round, but battled away every round. But tonight belongs to Saul Canelo Alvarez. Dimitri Bivol, that's what he wants next. Let's make it happen.
So that is Eddie, obviously, letting you know he's gonna do what it is that Canelo wants, which is get that Dimitri Bivol fight. But let me get to these super chats too. I heard you say something. Were you about to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna make a joke. I said Eddie spent all winter working on his Spanish. You could tell he's pronouncing words way better.
Bro, did you feel any time? Like, when's the last time you've been to Mexico?
Oh man. Oh, actually, no. It was November.
Did you feel like, damn, I should have been there? Because that shit looked electric. Bro, did you see
the
his
worst
walkout?
case of FOMO?
But did you see the walkout? Like, the floor was televisions.
Yes.
It lit up with every step,
Fire.
like Michael Jackson,
it looked like,
bro. It was
hell.
insane.
It looked like wrestling shit, bro. It looked like WrestleMania. Bro, I had so much FOMO. People from Twitter that I know that I've been following for years, and I'm seeing them all partying together and chill. I'm like, man, everybody made that trip. I'm not everybody, but a lot of people made that trip. It was crazy. I didn't expect that. I really didn't. I didn't think I was gonna feel as much FOMO as I did for this fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm there and I'm like, fuck that atmosphere, bro.
Curveball right here. Like, oof.
Go for it. I got you.
What's your thoughts on Nate Diaz fighting my boy? He about to get cooked.
Bro, Jake Paul is gonna fucking wreck him. I love Nate Diaz, bro, but he's gonna stiffen him like a board, bro.
He better get a knockout. I seen Jake Paul spawn my boy Ezekiel Borrero. Oof. I mean, not Jake Paul. I seen Nate Diaz spawn my boy Ezekiel Borrero. Man, he hit him with all type of shit, bro. If Jake don't get the stoppage, I might have to stop being a Jake fan, man. I'm down with Jake now.
I'm down with Jake when it comes with boxing, bro. He's put the work in. Look, he's one of the richest YouTubers in history, and yet he trains like he's coming out the mud. You know what I mean?
Of that, outside of him putting in the work, did you notice that DAZN gave him dates? He's got this new thing called MVP Prospects.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful.
I didn't.
Bro.
No. Tell me about it. What happened?
What?
I saw the dates.
I saw the dates. His own showbox. There's a showbox on DAZN called MVP Prospects. So he got a prospect series.
But he's going to be the one putting. Whoa. I saw the dates, but I honestly didn't even know what it was for. Like, I thought, oh, it's probably just like some sort of content he's putting out. Wow, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's really
Yeah, you
cool.
know that Lou DiBella got 2 dates too. One
I
already
saw that.
passed, and now he's got another one coming up.
Yeah.
They
DAZN did
gave him
really well
they gave him a
yesterday
try with
promoting.
his Broadway boxing series. I hope they keep
Oh,
giving him
nice.
more dates to do Broadway boxing, but he definitely has to increase the fights. Like it can't like it's not good for me that they just good fights. Like I don't really care that Joe the Plumber and Jake the Snake fought and it was a great fight, but they both 14 and 14. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
not what like I'm like I don't care about that, bro. Like that
Yeah.
shit cuz they ain't going nowhere. They going back to Amazon and to the motherfucking
Fight.
whatever that shit is, the union. Like get out of here, bro. And no disrespect to the blue collar, but like this is not your thing. You feel me? I
Nah.
want put prospects on there that's trying to get to Showtime, trying to get to pay-per-view, trying to get to ESPN. Don't waste our fucking time on local bullshit. Like
Yeah.
straight lace. I ain't trying to see that shit. And I ain't got the time or the energy to go rewatch that shit. But I think they robbed that girl, man. Mio ain't win that fight to me. Fuck that. I'm gonna keep saying it till Luke come on or somebody say they scored it. Fuck
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
man. I think they robbed that girl, man. That girl Mio ain't win. She got a name. She international, so they made sure she won. She got out fucking worked, man.
Yeah. I think that Jake, man, it's like fuck, he's stretching himself out. He's got the PFL stuff going. These dates obviously that you said he's talked
Yo, you
about.
think he could get out that shit? Like now that he
I hope,
lost?
man. I
Now that
hope.
he
I
lost, is he
really
like, yo,
hope.
you know what? I ain't, get me out that shit. I ain't doing no fucking MMA.
Because why? Like it made no sense at all. Like you actually have some talent to make it in that realm of, YouTube celebrity boxing and stuff. I mean, he's the best celebrity boxer I think ever in the history, pound for pound. And for him to be beating the guys that he's beating with the background that he has, like it's nuts. But once you start stretching yourself so far, like Oscar De La Hoya didn't just get terrible overnight. He began to take on more and more different avenues, trying to stretch his portfolio. And by the time you know it, you're spending less days at the gym. Your focus and dedication on boxing is not there, and you're releasing albums that nobody buys. Unless you're Roy Jones Jr., because I bought all them hoes.
Who is that, bro? Who still be dropping albums? You like, damn, nigga got another album dropping. It's like, bro, I've been stopped buying that.
Baby Keem.
I don't even know who that is. But I got Sarcasm, $5 super chat. Says Canelo was wild and not using his jab enough. Bro, that's become like this new version of him. He's just on these big punches. He's on this I'm gonna get you sucker shit with big punches.
But it's not working. But it's not working though. Like it's not doing anything for him. Like he's trying to fight these guys at points in these matches like as if he's fighting junior middleweights still, or even middleweights, and that's not the case. And I'll tell you what, and look, I don't want to talk shit. I don't want to start anything. And if you want me to shut up about this, I will. Canelo looked way smaller than I remember him looking. And I don't know if it's just because, Ryder looked huge. I mean, he's in great shape. Like there's no denying that. John Ryder came in fabulous shape. I did not expect him to look nearly as big in the neck, in the shoulders, the arms. It just, I don't know, man. And I'm not trying to speculate any one thing. He just looked different. For sure. That is true. Yeah, you're right. It could be just the comparison, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I think Canelo, when you start to depreciate in ability, you have to get smarter. It's what Floyd Mayweather did. When his hands started going, he started developing a different style, and then he perfected it. When you can't be LeBron and just run up and down the court doing all these things, you have to be smart. That's what he did against John Morant and made him look like an idiot. So I just think Canelo, I'm not saying he's washed, but he just has to adapt. And that kind of fight that he put on last night, it didn't look like the kind of adaptation that I think you need to try to beat a Benavidez.
Should Canelo go back down to 60? Is his power not carrying?
I think his power is definitely not carrying. I think it's very obvious that it's not. And on top of that, I think we have so many metrics now to see fighters that do this. And like Pacquiao stopped getting knockouts at some point. I mean, he's one of the most destructive punchers at any weight class in the history of the sport. And he stopped getting knockouts. You know, guys, as they age, as they go up in weight, the power drops. It just does. It's biology, you know. But then when you are able to finesse that ability that you have at a high class level to give your opponents different looks and do different things in the ring, then you don't have to rely on your sheer speed, on your sheer strength. See, that was one of Roy Jones's biggest issues, is that he was always just so God-givenly talented in almost every aspect of athleticism that he relied on all that stuff. You know, he didn't do like really great like boxing things. He did really great like you would never fight with your hands down. You're not being a great boxer right there, right? But when you're so talented that you can fight with your hands down because you're quick enough, you have the eye-hand coordination to move and then come back and hit him with something that's going to put him, that's, you know what I'm saying? And when you can't utilize that kind of strength anymore or that kind of speed anymore, you have to evolve.
Let me get to some more super chats here. Fucking this edible up. Shout out to Hardin.
Nice.
Crane
What is it?
Enterprises. It was they call Slizzies. Little fruit punch splash cannabis infused hybrid gummy. Gain Enterprises. I thought he was very dominant in that fight. He literally beat the mess out of him. People mad because he didn't KO him. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I got it's Soko or Scoto maybe. $2. Canelo for the best ring entrance award. Fire emoji. Word is born. That shit was epic.
For real.
The floor. It was the floor for me. That shit did it. Like literally every step had a line of fire following. That's some new shit for me.
Yo, that girl in the mariachi uniform was hot too.
I did not like her. Even though she gave me Christina Pancha vibes, I said it on the live, like, oh shit, look, she's Christina Pancha.
A little bit.
The other one was more appealing. Leonard Sterling, the one on the left, it was traditionally dressed with the
blues. Oh, yeah.
Leonard Sterling, $5. Probably one of the few who predicted Canelo decision. I said on my $2 super chat on your last minute prediction show, Ryder is durable and hard to stop. Honestly, I wish somebody would have said that, but it wasn't paying that good. I literally said it on my betting show, Mario. I said, yo, you might want to sprinkle something on decision because it's only paying plus 250. Somebody knows something. I said that shit. Knockout was minus 375, but decision was plus 250. I'm like, what the fuck? Somebody knows something. But I still thought Canelo was getting a knockout. I bet 7-8-9. What you thought?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I thought we were getting the knockout easy. I put a parlay together, but I included UFC fights. So, you know, I don't really think it's prevalent right now, but I just went with the win all across the board because I stacked like 8 fights. That said, yeah, man, if we could go back, I mean, I would have wanted anybody to just say who knew Ryder well enough to say those kinds of things. I mean, I've seen Ryder fight plenty of times, but I mean, come on, I've seen Canelo fight plenty of times. Nobody expected John Ryder. So like for everybody who's like, well, he didn't get the knockout, that's not that big a deal. I mean, it's not. When you expect people that are better than other people to just come out and dominate, like, you know.
It's only shocking to people that thought Ryder was a bum. I said it over and over throughout the build-up.
That's a good point.
And specifically in the members-only betting show. Eddie Reynoso put it on his story that he thought Ryder beat Callum. So this dude was never a bum. They were always watching him. We got Big Supermax $5 super chat. He says Canelo's hand speed looks slow, was missing big, and he was getting hit cleanly with shots that normally doesn't. Ryder gave Porter vibes with that style. No, the fuck he did, bro. I gotta watch it again. Then what the hell is going on? He was not as active as a Porter. He
No,
was not
not at
as
all.
dominant as a Porter. What are you guys watching?
That was that's a little bit of a stretch. I agree with every aspect of his super chat up until that point. Shout out Supermax, by the way.
It's like, bro, Porter's a dominant ass fighter. You even Earl, you know what I'm saying? You got a difficult time. The Keith fight, Earl fight, like it don't matter who you are, you gonna have a difficult time with him. We got London on the track. I always want to say that. Shit. We got Leonard Sterling. He says Blackwell TKO when Ryder was a Howard Foster early stoppage when Blackwell was not landing anything after initially hurting Ryder. Yeah, that's probably one of those things that you need to do. You know, because I did see that Blackwell stopped him, and I told my audience, bro, I don't know how Blackwell stopped him when Blackwell got destroyed by Eubank. I watched Eubank literally. And, you know, it's kind of hard to say it with all that passion because he's never been the same. Obviously, he suffered brain bleed and he's had to retire and he's just not the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that dude is the dude that somehow knocked out Ryder. So that's another reason why I continued to believe that Canelo would get the knockout. I got AB about billions, $2. He said, made my money back. Appreciate you, Ness. Well, damn. I hope you only made 15. That's why you sent me 2, because what the fuck? But I appreciate you anyway. I got Fred Robinson. You know what I'm saying, yo?
Yeah.
I gave you like 3 golden picks this week. Like, yo, I told them Steve Sparks over. I told them Buatsi over. I told them. I fucking told you Bautista over. That's a trifecta parlay. You probably had like a plus 500 off that.
And
Not
you'll
to
never
mention-
get you'll never get that inside information from anywhere else, by the way. You know, people that deal with betting don't deal with boxing in that way. And I see it all the time. So you capitalizing on those moments, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not shitting on anybody in particular, but it's just like you don't ever hear people getting into the bag for that. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're building a parlay, when do you ever hear people telling you about Spark? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's good call.
And let me tell you, that was not a fight that people believe me on. Like, you know, only the strong survive and only the true believed, because everybody was big on motherfucking Venezuela, Gaza.
Yeah.
They kept thinking he was going to get a stoppage. And didn't Sparks win that fight? Or did he lose a decision?
I thought he lost the decision.
I promise you, now that I bet over-unders, I'm like, man, fuck it. I don't care who win. You know what I'm saying? I checked out. Once my man made it to where we needed to go, we like this. We like this. That's it. But I got Fred Robinson, $5 super chatty. He said, as long as there is no rehydration clause, the weight at 168 should be irrelevant. This way, there are titles on the line both ways. Fuck that.
No way.
That.
That's so
Hell
wrong.
no. That
That's
man
completely
never
wrong.
fought. Let me just be clear, and I know it ain't gonna matter. No one's gonna Google. No one's gonna believe. But he never fought at 68. Okay. And if you don't know what that looks like, go watch Chad Dawson interviews after fighting Ward, and then watch the fight.
Exactly. And by the way, like let me make this very clear. Making the 168 is the part where it counts is the everyday toll it takes on your body to try to get down to a weight that you've never tried to get down to before. The toll it takes is on your mental and your physical for having to try to diet in a way that you've never tried to. Like, he's going to have to take off not serious size, but he's going to have to take off some size to try to make 168. I don't think he has the frame to get down there, but that's the part that takes the toll. You know, if there was no rehydration clause, yeah, that's great for him, but it's not that it doesn't matter at all, because the taxing that it's going to take on his body, like that's where the toll comes from, you know?
Mm-hmm. Flex BK Alonzo, $2 super chat. No words, just love. Salute, champ. We got LLOHS, $2. It's Matisse, like Davis, not Matisse, like Naris. Laugh out loud. What? I
And
mean,
he's explaining
so
the
the
correct
pronunciation, but
pronunciation.
it's
I
Matias.
guess
It's Matias.
that's how I've heard
Like
them say it
Diaz.
on.
Oh, like Diaz. Okay. I get what you're trying to tell me, Champy. Matias. He want me to pronounce it all Matias. Like Diaz.
Matia,
Okay.
Matia.
El Diablo de Tigre. These dudes want like official pronunciation in English and Spanish. I got you. Bones
I
13,
get it.
$2
I get
super
it.
chat.
It's respect.
The vibe at the stadium last night was wild. Nah, it was, man. I'm really kicking myself that I didn't go. And salute to Hot Boxing Minute. That motherfucker was there the whole week, bruh. Posting everything he was eating, posting the fucking yo, bro. The traffic guards was sexy as hell. I don't know what, yo. No, you ain't see his post? Bro,
Nah, I don't think I
salute to
caught any
Hot
of them.
Boxing Minute. I was following my man every step of the way. I was watching everything he ate. Every time he, salute to you, bro. Everything you posted, I was retweeting and liking that shit. He posted the cop. He like, yo, I don't know. Bro, it felt like Canelo Clay. Yo, look, we having people come in, get rid of all the ugly people. It was a fucking cop in tights out there. I'm like, what the hell? Nah, man, they
In
had
booty
it going
shorts and
on.
shit?
Bruh.
That's crazy.
Shit, man. I
You ain't
got
never been to a strip
Negro.
club if you ain't been to a Mexico strip club.
Bro, Tijuana. Negro. $5 super chatty. He says Canelo fought 7 times since 2020 and worked in, I guess he meant, I don't know. He said worked in a hand recovery. Oh, worked in a hand recovery. Canelo is that dude. Take that word salad hate elsewhere. Huh? Maybe he misspelled that.
No. I don't feel like am I hating to say that I don't think that he's washed at all, but I think he's on the downside of his prime? Like, do you disagree with that? Like, do you really think he's still in his prime?
Take that word salad. Is that some sort of phrase somewhere? Like, is that like a word salad hate? What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, maybe I don't.
Word salad. That
Who
I'm
knows?
stuck on that. But
I'm gonna Google it.
yeah, I mean, listen, bro, he's right. If we check other people 2020, I know for off top, Thurman probably fought since 2020, what, 3 times?
Yeah.
And Canelo's fighting 7. So yeah, Eric Cruz, what up?
Cruz.
Texas stand up. He says $5 super chat. For the people that have Canelo falling, quote unquote, falling off, how did y'all score it? Canelo still won by a landslide, which is true. But you know what the issue was?
Yeah, but those scores were weird though.
I mean, it was 120. I mean,
He won all the rounds. You think he won all 12?
Oh shit! You gave Ryder a round?
That's what I'm saying. I didn't score either that or the co-main event.
Honestly, I
but
didn't score
you can't
it.
give him a round.
Listen
Yeah,
to
that's
me.
what I'm saying. I didn't
Listen
score,
to me,
but
listen to me.
he
I
landed
didn't score
though.
it. I was hired to do a show, so I felt like I was paying attention. Ryder ain't win no fucking round. What round Ryder won? What round?
Man, honestly, I think the last 3 rounds
stupid to win a round. He in there
think
doing work, and then like he'll be like, boom, do some body work, and then he'll just stay there elbowing, like trying to feel Canelo's body, waiting for the counters. Like, bro, you gonna do some work? Get the fuck out of there. He want to do work and stay there, and that's why Canelo was beating on him. I ain't giving.
Yeah,
Ryder
I don't
no
know.
rounds,
I know
bro.
there was a round where Canelo went back and his nose looked like fucking Rudolph.
Bro, but now we're getting into this Mayweather shit. So Mayweather lost the round when Mosley hit him with the right, because that's all he fucking did was land one right. You buckled my legs. I beat the shit out of you in the round. How do you win? Like, and I'm not saying that's what happened with Ryder Canelo. I'm just saying that's that mentality. That mentality is like, oh, well, Mosley landed the big right hand. He gotta have won that round. How? It's 3 minutes.
Yeah. That's for me, it's like without scoring it, all I can do is look at the things I remember. And I remember there were rounds with long stretches where Canelo's throwing punches and landing on arms and landing on shoulders and punches that don't score. And then he's walking to the back with his nose busted up and his head popped up 4 or 5 times like a Pez dispenser with uppercuts in a row and in sequence. And he's not putting his punches together. And he's, where's the jab behind the cross that we saw that did the damage in the first place? And now he's looking for one. It's just, to me, those are all the mixtures of being able to give a guy a round, like to completely take a 12-0, flawless victory. Man, I don't know. Maybe, but
those refs
I can't see
it. in Texas are brutal, okay? Because that shit could have been stopped. My man was bloody. They could have did a crooked stoppage. They let him fight.
That would have been a crooked stoppage, though. You're right.
I mean, I don't know. There was times my man was
throwing
wobbling
back.
He was falling back, though. He
was
hurt.
Like
he fell back once or twice. But Fred Robinson, Ryder's biggest problem was every time he landed punches, he stood around and admired his work. He didn't let his hands go enough to beat Canelo. Look, I ain't never think he was
That's a very
beat Canelo,
good point.
but I'm with you on the fact that he was sticking around, taking pictures, man. You can't be taking pictures.
100% right.
And get out.
And that narrative, by the way, is even furthered by his comments after the fight. He seemed so proud of the fact that he just lasted. And I'm not saying that's not a win because everybody expects you to not get knocked out. But for you to say, bro, he didn't knock me out, so he's washed. Like, what?
Bro, he comes from a place where, like, they stand around, drink beer, and talk boxing. So, you feel me? Like, when he go back and it's him and Frotch and Darren Barker, and Ricky
and all the guys
Hatton,
Canelo beat,
and they having some brewskis, and it's like, bro, that fucking Canelo, he's dominant. Hell yeah, man, he's come over and beat all our mates up. He said, hey, he didn't knock me out.
Yeah, bro, I get that. Hell
but
yeah,
he didn't knock me out. You know what I'm saying? That guy Liam, he was on the floor. That guy Callum, oh yeah, he ain't even fucking use his hands. But me, I went to war in his fucking backyard. It's honestly, to me, I think it's a victory. It's a moral victory for him. Sure. Honestly, I mean, it's Canelo fucking Alvarez in his backyard. 50,000. You went 12, bro. You went 12.
And he got off the canvas.
You landed a little uppercut here and there. He landed some nice uppercuts on Canelo where I was like, damn. Yeah. Know what I mean?
For sure.
Let's see here. We got Vega. Oh, damn, Vega, you te desesperaste. I was going to you. You feel me? But he got desperate, so we gonna go out to.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Our landline, the show number is 1425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here. Voice of the People hotline.
Subscribe to youtube.com/The Boxing Voice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Looks like Daniel Vega says, what's up with those commercials in between rounds? Shaking my head. $85 from pay-per-view. And what? $85 for pay-per-view. What was the last part?
And I can't listen between rounds.
Yeah, I mean, look, bro, I don't get it, man. I thought when we were paying a subscription, we were not going to get commercials. The fact that they're charging us monthly to watch the content and then charging advertisers to advertise, it's pretty fucked up.
On a pay-per-view.
It's pretty fucked up because, that's the whole point in apps is like the app is free with ads or pay for the premium, no ads. And it's like, I'm paying premium dollars, still getting ads with these fuckers. Abraham in El Paso, what up?
What up, bro? That fight yesterday had me very entertained, bro. I thought Canelo did what he was trying to do, please the Mexican crowd and bang it out. That fucking ring was small as fuck, bro. I've never seen anything that small. And shout out to Ryder, bro. He showed fucking heart. Not like the last guy that fought Tank.
The last guy that fought Tank. Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out what dude fought Tank that didn't show heart.
Ryan Garcia is trying to say.
Garcia, what you mean? We criticized the dude last week because he said he quit. I'm just saying.
I never said he quit. I never said he quit.
No, I know you didn't.
And I think it's unfair criticism. I think the man got up off the floor from a Tank shot. You got other dudes that that say they blind. They way out the ring is to get hit from a tank shot, say they can't see. Ryan got up and tried to fight and kept fighting for like 5 more rounds.
I'm giving Ryder credit because nobody's saying. And then about the knockout, I mean, the last time he got stopped was like 8 years ago at 160 pounds. I have no idea how that big motherfucker was making 160.
All right.
And what do you think about Charlo and Ryder? Why can't Charlo come over here and
Charlo
stop Ryder in a spectacular
Al
fashion?
Heyman ain't putting Charlo in no tough fight after Canelo said his name yesterday. You kidding me? They trying to eat.
Bro, I think Canelo stops Charlo if he does fight him next. Because when's the last time he boxed? Is it close to 2 years ago?
Probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't even. I mean, I'm a Canelo fan, but I wouldn't even give him credit for that. Yeah, I think Charlo's been out the ring too long, bro, and I see Canelo stopping him. Because to me, Canelo looks like the same Canelo. He just fought a different style, and that dude Ryder was there to survive, bro. He snuck in those little sneaky uppercuts, and every time Canelo would try to get off, I thought Ryder would kind of do like this little grapple or get really close to him, and he wouldn't let me get off. But other than that, what did you think about that prospect kid from, I think it was the second fight?
The Canelo's guy?
Yeah, Nathan Rodriguez, the dude from Pico Rivera?
Nah, I don't know who you're talking about.
Well, he looked good. 18 years old, I believe, and they debuted him in a 10-rounder.
Word?
And he
debut?
He looked fucking good. Yes.
I
think, yeah, it's it was a 10-rounder, 18 years old. I think they just turned pro, too, with 10 amateur fights.
Yeah, I mean,
you gotta check him out, bro. He looks skilled as fuck for his age.
Definitely gonna check that out. Definitely gonna check that out. I didn't see that. But again, man,
BoxRec says he's 10-0.
Oh, well, there you go. My man made a mistake. We last stopped off on Fred Robinson, who I want to say has 2. Okay, that's only 2 for Fred. I was about to ring the alarm. But we do got Gil Lopez, $2 super chat. He says, salute, fam. Peace emoji. How was it meeting Andy? New info? It was cool meeting Andy. We was watching the fight. You know what I mean? I didn't try to get on no reporter shit. I wasn't asking no questions, man. You know, he was chilling. He was eating. I wasn't trying to be that guy. You feel me? We was all just chilling, so enjoying the fight. So no new info for you. I was just, you should have came out though, man. You know, Fernando Vargas was in the building, Emiliano Vargas, Fernando Vargas Jr., Amado Vargas, Andy Ruiz Jr., Cuba Gooding Jr., Nestor Gibbs Jr., Matt Jr.'s. It was the takeover. Fuck wrong with you. Daniel Vega, $5 super chat. What's up with this? What's up with those? We read that. Diego, $5 super chat. He says, so Canelo is declining because he chose to fight Ryder a certain way and not use head movement? ? I mean, I remember the days when people used to say, "Oh, so Triple G's a bum because he's deciding to take punches on the face to make people think he's vulnerable, so they finally fight him." Remember that?
You remember that? Dog, I remember that.
Bro.
Yo, we come on after HBO and people would be like, nah, he was letting them hit him for 4 rounds so that he could get Andre or something.
Yeah,
like,
so
what?
that somebody, so they won't be scared to fight him no more. I'm like, holy. So they think he's not vulnerable.
Crazy, bro.
Crazy. Boxing is crazy. I got Jugs, $5 super chat. He says, I was surprised Ryder got knocked down twice. I said Ryder wouldn't get knocked down. I wonder what them prop bet. See, the thing is, he was expected because it's Canelo, so it probably wasn't even paying well for Ryder to get knocked down. Probably will he get knocked down twice was probably paying way better than, will he get knocked down. But imagine somebody bet Canelo to win by decision and score 2 knockdowns. Imagine they pay for that prop bet. That shit probably was like 20,000 plus 20,000. Canelo to win by decision plus score 2 knockdowns. You can't think of that. You couldn't think of that. Like that shit, bro. Salute to whoever hit that. Just thinking about somebody hitting that made me happy for you.
It's like Mega Million shit.
Word is born. Hey, Rod in the A7L $2 Super J says Canelo equals washed at an elite level only, still cold. So Canelo's washed. It's funny, man. It's funny how boxing works, bro. You know, you're only as good as your last performance, man. We got Alex Vega. What up?
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Perfect.
All right, all right. Yeah, man. Canelo's back, huh? After that surgery. Gonna say it wasn't wasn't impressed, to be honest. I feel like, when he lost to Bevo, what did we say? Oh, well, he attempted to be great. Went up to 175, lost to a good champion. Fights Golovkin. After the fight, he said, "Hey, my wrist is hurt." So now I watch him against Ryder, and I know what the excuse is now, right? He's coming off of surgery. He wanted to test the hand, but it's, to me, the proof is in the pudding. He's not that fighter we saw, making that undisputed run, beating Gennady Golovkin in the second fight. That Canelo is gone. I think someone mentioned it. The head movement, it was like non-existent. Making people miss with the upper body movement and countering them. I don't recall a sequence where he did any of that. Also, you guys said something about maybe the power's not carrying up. I don't understand. Like, he broke Billy Joe's face. He finished off Caleb Plant, and he dropped John Ryder and had him wobbled a lot after he dropped him after the fifth round. So I don't think it's not the power. The power is the last thing to go. It's his body. His body's just, it can't maintain the level that we have been seeing. And I think now whoever's gonna get him after Bivol, because unfortunately that's what's next, is probably gonna be able to jump their name to superstardom, hopefully, depending how this Bivol fight goes. Because he made it clear. That's what I want. I want Dimitri Bivol, everything the same 175. Listen, no one asked for this fight. It was all right because it was a homecoming. But we don't want Dimitri Bivol. We want David Benavidez.
This was a mandatory. Don't forget.
I think it hits 1 million
Yeah.
pay-per-view buys. The Bivol fight means nothing to boxing. It's all about him personally. I think take the Benavidez fight, then go up, beat him, and then go up and get your get back with Bivol.
All right, brother. Thank you for calling in. This is what I'm saying, bro. You can't please boxing fans. In one hand, you got this type of fan that wants you to ignore the rematch and move on. Then there's the other boxing fan that doesn't want you to ignore the rematch. They're like, bro, go get your get back. Don't let that man be the man out there saying he beat you. Go get the get back. But you see, you can't please everybody. You got literally a fan saying, fuck going back and getting that shit in blood. Move on to the next man.
What would you want to see him do? Not like what you think he'll do. What would you want?
Truthfully, I have to do a job. So I said that with passion. But I am right with him. You don't belong up there. You tried. Look, you shook the dice. You did it too. You 1 for 1, my dude. Like, you see, but in his mind, he's such a competitor. He like, fuck it, I'm 1 for 1. I need to be 2 and 1.
You're the same
best
way.
Out of 3. It gotta be best out of 3. I gotta show them I could do it and be on top. But it's like, bro, you did it already. You did it. But you know what? He probably understands English so well. He like, see, they think I only did it because Kovalev is an alcoholic. Because Kovalev was at the end of his career. So, it's probably he wrestling with himself in his head probably, man.
It's a great point. Great point. I think that you're onto something there with the competitiveness of his mentality and not wanting to let the idea go that he took that gamble. And look, a lot of guys don't. There are a lot of people that thought Mayweather should have gone up and tried to fight Golovkin at like 154 or something.
I wanted that Mayweather fucking Golovkin.
That would have been,
I know he could have beat Golovkin.
That would have been sick. But
huge.
Been sick. And look at Pacquiao. Like, he went up to 154, but he fought a welterweight, a career welterweight. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys, when they test themselves, like, it's a big thing, but he can't let go of the fact that he's always been a winner, except for the one time when he fought the best in the world, maybe the best of all time. And for him to have that happen again, it's like he wants to get that back. I get it, but I don't know. Like, you got to be smarter than your feelings.
Honestly, that's why I said I'm with Vega, because I wish all my fighters was like that. I wish all my fighters was running to the fire, but you got some dudes, they ain't running to the fire. They running away from the fire, and they got a fire extinguisher lit as they run away to make sure those flames don't get nowhere near their ass. You feel me? But you got Canelo running to, he's like, oh, you beat me? Nah, we gonna do it again. Just like when we was kids, motherfucker. We gonna fight every day until I beat your ass. But again, not everybody's like that. You gonna have these callers
Nah, hell
call in
no.
and say how he's washed, how he should not fight Bivol, how he should move on, right? And fight Benavidez. But then we'll do a show about Tank, and they like, nah, let Tank get his money. Let Tank get his
Exactly.
money.
Yes.
Why should
Exactly.
Tank fight Shakur? Shakur should fight Devin. Let Tank get his money. It's like, what the
Bro,
fuck?
you 100% right. And I think it's like best settled like this. I tweeted this earlier, and people responded to it in the ways that
Oh yeah?
that didn't make any sense.
Where'd you tweet it at?
At Mari Munguia, actually,
Oh.
on Twitter. And you can
Is
follow
that
me
where they
there.
can
And
follow you?
they can follow me at Mari Munguia on Twitter, Facebook, and IG. And they can go to at Infighting Pod on IG and Twitter and follow me there as well. But I said, look, say whatever you want, argue whatever you want. They're both the pillars of boxing. But by the time 2023 runs out, realistically, which fights do you think we even have a chance to see? Canelo versus Bivol / Benavidez, or Tank versus Haney / Loma?
I won't
I'm
even
not
say
saying he's
Bivol
scared of him, but
because I'm
or
sorry.
just Benavidez, fine.
I thought that was a
Yeah.
question. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it was a question.
Yeah, I wouldn't even throw Bivol in there. We know he wants that shit more than he wants his own lady. So,
So then just use
Bivol is
Benavidez.
yeah, it's Benavidez that we have to, but he also mentioned it now. Like
Exactly.
he also said, nah, if we don't do Bivol, I'm not. He said it. I'm not married to that. If we can't get that fight, then it's Charlo or Benavidez.
Yeah,
And then they try to throw
exactly.
the reporter tried to throw David. He like, hold, pump the brakes. I never heard of that. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
exactly
Like,
his
this
response.
ain't Make a Wish Foundation. We ain't just giving everybody a motherfucking shout out here. My name is Canelo Alvarez still. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you're right.
But let me get to in Essex, New Jersey. What it do, champ?
The king.
Hey, listen. Mario Munguia. What's good, brother?
I'm good, King. I'm good.
Now, Ness, I'm going to have to get at you. You know what I'm saying? Mario, he's getting his Al Sharpton on. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you why. He done brought you up here. You know what I mean? And with the Canelo
I sent
topic.
you a message asking, did you want to do a Skype test? So I would have brought you over here too. I knew you on the opposite side of this. I wanted somebody to tango with.
Yeah, because Ness, brother, what are you talking about? Like, you putting it out there, right? You're putting it out there like, yo, he battered him and he beat him. Ness, let's start, brother. Let's start. The card itself, like, fuck all the street tacos and all the carneritas and all that shit, man. The undercard sucked. I was not entertained. Let's run it back right quick. You know how many people called me a few weeks ago asking me about this whole thing? They didn't care about catch weights. They didn't care about hydration clauses. None of that shit. Hey, you watching the fight? Sure am. Yo, I couldn't get nobody to stay up and watch this atrocious fucking undercard with me. And damn that flyweight fight. Doesn't mean nothing with me. Guys are too little. Don't like it. Nothing at all. So now we get to this main event. And shout out to Yo Captavalle looking like a goddamn snack. We get to the main event, and here I am like, yo, John Ryder's hanging in there. But for me, like, what am I watching? I'm watching somebody, he's trying his best, but this fight, and I don't mean to sound stupid, this fight was at 175?
No, 68, defense of the WBO mandatory belt.
Okay, so now, the one thing I'll say is it's the defense of the mandatory belt. He needs to move on to another defense, stay out of 175, because I'm not writing him off. I'm not one of those ones that's saying he's washed. I'm one of the ones that say, when he's talking all this shit about the face of boxing, I don't know, homeboy. I think he's been washed by Davis when it comes to that. Like the face of boxing, he dead on that. That's why he's doing it out in Guadalajara. I don't think he's doing that in Vegas. I don't think he's doing that nowhere else. And maybe he can, but I don't think so. So yeah, Charlo, Benavidez, somebody at 168. The Charlo thing sounds a little bit more unrealistic because Charlo, God bless him, you know what I'm saying? Tough times don't last, tough people do. But Benavidez, that fight has to happen. That fight has to happen. Gotta happen, man. Don't put it out there like, listen, if the fight was at 175, I would have trashed him a little bit more. But again, I think that the more compelling notes are that regardless of the opponent, he has to do something stateside, Charlo, Benavidez, or else that whole face of boxing shit is done. Tank is right there. Like Canelo has to prove it to Tank and to everybody else.
Knock it the fuck off, man. Knock it off, man. You see last night's event? Bro, we could take 2 Tank events, put them in there, and it's still room left over. So knock it off. Knock it off. Tank ain't never had an LED walkout fucking screen sidewalk. Fuck out of here. Face of boxing my ass. Face of boxing looks like what it looked like last night, Poppy. When you could walk on LED screens, that's money.
Yo,
you got your boy walking on concrete. He ain't walking on no goddamn LED screens. Knock it off. Y'all tripping.
They put me on the LED. It's North. Guadalajara's his, but boxing is Devontae Davis's.
Man, you done bumped your head. That man had 50,000 people with John Ryder. Javonta had 20,000 with Ryan Garcia, man.
50,000 with the open gate.
Yo, that's the bell. You heard the clapper.
Everybody in. They didn't even sell no tickets.
You heard the clapper.
Let Tank go to the Baltimore. Let Tank do that shit in the Baltimore Ravens Stadium. I bet you get.
You right. You right. Let him. But he won't. When the last time he fought in Baltimore? Because I don't remember going. You feel me? The King went back home and it got the whole division shook up. The whole sport mad. Come on, man. We ain't never seen 50,000 look like that. The 70 in Texas ain't look like that, man. Let's be real. What atmosphere looked better to you? When they went to the rooftop view and the fireworks blew the top off the roof, it literally blew the top off the roof. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all fucking haters, man. They love to hate Canelo, but that's how you know you the face of boxing when they rather hate you. Ain't nobody paying to watch you win. They paying to watch you lose. And that's what he got. That's what he got over y'all.
But I think, though, the one thing people seem to be resonating to more than anything in this debate, it's like a stock, right? Like when Tesla was first coming up, who was the face of car companies? Ford, Dodge, or was it Tesla? And then at this point, who's the face of boxing? Well, yeah, it's still Canelo because Canelo's been that guy. Tank's on his way up. But if you had to buy stock for the next 5 to 10 years, you're buying Tank stock. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say. All I'm trying to say is that the tide is shifting, and you could feel it after last night. I'm not saying Canelo's not that guy still. I'm not saying he's washed.
I ain't saying shifting, but yeah, there's a young dude out there to take the torch. There's a young dude out there to take the torch, but that's still, we ain't see that yet. We ain't see that yet, bro.
No, he ain't there yet, yeah.
First fight, bro. First fight, catch weights, rehydrate. Come on, man. First big fight, and you doing all this crazy shit. Hell no. Face of boxing my ass. Face of boxing looked like that fucking fight last night. Yeah. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. AJ,
Tank just ended his phase 1. Like, he still got phases to go. Canelo's
for sure
in that phase 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? He about to take on fucking Jonathan Major's character and shit.
No, and you're right. That's why Canelo coming out with a crown.
Exactly.
That's why after the fight, he got a fucking gold wreath around his head. Because he's on God status.
I was like, Caesar shit.
He's different. You know what I'm saying? He's different. Like, Tank can't put on a crown. He ain't consecutive. He ain't consistent. Get out of here. People just talking, man. I think I got a counterpunch from Vega, though. What up?
Hello. All right. Listen, I wasn't trying to say oh, Canelo's washed. What I'm saying is that elite fighter that we were enjoying as a number one pound for pound fighter is just not there anymore. He's the dude now that is on the decline, and I think the gap between him and the fighters at 168 near the top has definitely lessened tremendously.
Based
I
off
used to
this
say
one
that he would beat
performance.
the shit out of Benavidez. Now I'm not so sure. I think Benavidez, with that activity, will put in a lot of work on Canelo, and I'm seeing this gas tank, right? I mean, the Bivol fight, I just thought he was outclassed and mentally beaten. But Gennady wasn't giving him much work, and he gassed out and let Gennady get back in that fight. Like I said, it was the excuse, his wrist. When are we going to stop with the excuses? It's okay that he's not that great of a fighter as he once was. He's still a really good fighter. How? Look at those scores. I'm in agreement with those scores. John Ryder's a top five 168 pounder, and he 11-1, 12 zip, 10-2 his ass. What I'm saying was there wasn't a lot of separation in a lot of those rounds. I felt Ryder would touch him up, right? I think Mario mentioned the uppercuts, but then Canelo, because of his clean, effective punching, you see that he hurt him and he would pull the round out. I felt like there was a lot of rounds such as that. My point is, listen, man, fighting Bivol doesn't get us excited. That is not face of boxing shit. Going over there and beating the fuck out of a 25, 26-year-old, 6'1", 6'2", quote unquote Mexican monster, that is face of boxing shit. Tank and Ryan, that is face of boxing shit. Those type of matchups. Not trying to get back against a guy that it should have been 10-2, 11-1, but fucking the judges gave you 5 rounds for no reason, and they all were the same scorecards. That's some bullshit. Nobody wants to see that shit again unless you just think Canelo's is the greatest fucking fighter ever, which you can have that opinion, but that's not what boxing's about. Boxing's about seeing the best matchups. He just got this John Ryder fight at home. It was a gimme. Let's get back to the face of boxing, taking on the best opposition. That's why we're backing Canelo. Not this fucking get your own get back, do what the fuck you want. You ain't Floyd Mayweather.
Only thing I'm gonna say about his call, bro, is that it's just the irony. This is why I tell these guys, like, say this shit in the mirror before you call in. Like, how can you say out your mouth that face of boxing shit is to fight a dude that never won a world title, never been a champ, has 0 accolades, and was at a catch weight, but fighting Bivol in a rematch for your pride and a belt, fighting Ryder to defend undisputed and you're mandatory, that's not face of boxing shit in front of 50,000 people. I'm sorry. This is why our generation that we're watching now got the sport fucked up. And they talking about belts don't matter because of guys like him. He called in here to tell you that Tank did right by fighting Ryan, not Canelo, who jumped up a division to challenge a champion. He's telling you Tank is the face of boxing for fighting Ryan, who got no belts, no accolades, not Canelo, who took care of his mandatory so he could rematch the dude that beat him. He'd rather him be Abner Mars and lose to Johnny Gonzalez and walk away from the rematch for the rest of his life. Like, I'm telling you, these dudes don't know who to respect. They don't know who and what to respect. The game is fucked up.
Well, with that note, I am gonna sign off. Appreciate you having me on. Got tickets to Guardians 3. You know how that goes. So, if you can find me at Mario Munguia on Twitter, at Mario Munguia on Facebook, at Mario Munguia on Instagram, and at Infighting Pod, please go to the YouTube and subscribe. Please go to the Twitter and hit me up. Yeah. Peace.
Appreciate you, champ. There you have it, Mario Munguia. The show must go on. We going out to Larry Smooth. What up?
Yo, coming through clear?
Yes.
What's good with you, Ness?
Another day, another podcast.
Word. Shit, appreciate the show. Shout out to the, good brothers of the back call. Nah, man. I'm surprised you ain't had your headband on yesterday, and that's what happened.
I mean, it's just a mandatory. I actually
So
don't
you
have
just
that
don't got it.
headband. I think it was Nika that bought it for me. I need a new one.
Word. Word, man. You doing a lot of Canelo caping today, man. I thought the Frank stand was closed on Sunday. What you got? Spec? You got extra keys or something?
I didn't understand you. What? You thought what was
What you can't
closed
hear
on
me?
Sundays?
I I said I thought the Frank stand was closed on Sundays. I said, what you got a spare set of keys or something?
I don't know. I guess.
You doing a lot of Canelo caping, my brother.
Oh.
Hey, yo, how much was this pay per view?
I didn't buy it. I had to do a show from the Virgin Hotel and Casino in the Skyloft at the Skybox. You know, chilling with Andy Ruiz, Cuba Gooding Jr., Fernando Vargas Sr. The Dynasty was there too, Emiliano Amado.
Word. So I mean, you don't know if this shit was $70, 75, 80, 85. You have no idea what it was.
Nah, I was big backing with the ballers.
Okay. All right. Well, fuck that then. Hey, yo, but a lot of people calling in, especially Alex, saying he don't want the Bivol fight. He want to see Benavidez and all this other shit. Bro, to be honest, and it's crazy, yo, because it is such a contradiction. Canelo beat the shit out the dude. Like the post fight press conference, the nigga face literally like a clown face. Like he literally beat the shit out of him. But it's not the same Canelo. So to be honest, he need to stay away from Boo Boo. He need to stay away from Benavidez. He need to stay away from Morel. He need to stay away from all them niggas, bro. He need to go fight Badu Jack and go get an extra strap and ride off into the sunset, bro. And shit. And if he just insists on trying to get back with Bivol, he need to take whatever that substance was that Victor Conti came on here and said that they didn't have no test for or whatever. Cause the nigga looking done off, bro. He looking done off. He looking like food out
How
here in these
many
streets.
rounds you gave Ryder? How many rounds you gave Ryder?
You said what?
How many rounds you gave Ryder?
Yeah, bro. The audio bad on here for real. I wish I could hear what you saying. You probably talking some shit, but
You
yeah, that's my fault.
lying. He lying. He gotta be fucking lying, bro. He did that on purpose.
Now you coming through clear. Now you coming through clear. Now you coming through clear. What you say?
I said, how many rounds you gave Ryder?
Oh shit. Like one.
Exactly.
Maybe two.
Thank you. That's your
I
bell,
just
buddy.
told you he whooped the nigga ass. Like I get a nigga credit, bro. He's still not the same dude. Like who the fuck is John Ryder, bro? He lost to the nigga Canelo knocked out.
Chant, bell,
come on.
Bell rung. It's just funny that you come in here and you tell the audience that Canelo definitely is slipping, was your phrase, and you give the opponent one round. Like, fuck, I'm going to keep slipping if all I'm losing is one round. Remember, Floyd was 36 and he won what? 11 rounds against Canelo, if not 12? Like, y'all just weird, bro. But y'all all know that Larry Smooth is a Tank fan, so you know he's got to. You see, the new argument is I'm a Tank fan, so I can't like Canelo no more because Tank is being angled as the new face of boxing, so they can't be two. So now the Tank fans coming at Canelo. That's how it go. I got some super chats though we got to get to, and we always appreciate those. We got hella phones, calls. Don't take yourself out the queue. If you get frustrated and you get out the queue, all you did was put yourself in the back of the line. But last stopped off at Rodden A70. I got Sup Jesus. What up, Jesus? He says $5. Beating up a top 5 168 pounder, number one contender for 12 rounds, dropping him twice, breaking his nose, is washed. Canelo just lost his killer instinct. I don't know that he lost his killer instinct, man. I just think that Ryder, some dudes don't want to lose, man. You got to beat it at him, and Canelo tried that. It ain't work. Tevis Smith, $10 super chat. Shout out to you for the big $10. Appreciate you. He says, Canelo couldn't stop a generic 40-year-old GGG. Canelo is cooked. He gets destroyed by Bivol at 168 or 175 pounds, and Benavidez and Morel. Another $10 super chat from Tevis. Shout out to you. We appreciate you. Tank is on his Canelo-ish right now. If he not fighting Dev, preferably, or Shakur, in his next fight, I'm not buying it. Tank on his Canelo shit. I thought Canelo did like way more than Tank. Like, what the fuck is we talking about? But all right, man, this is gonna be what it is. Jugs right back out a second one. He said the caller's bumhole itches when he hears that Tank is the face of boxing. You guys are weird. Bro, who thinks of things like that to super chat? And then you just want to hear me read it. That's not nice. I got Jay Swift, $2. He says, yo, Ness, you dropped me from first to last. I have no clue what you're talking about, Jay, but you must be talking about the phone. Jay, what up? I thought we went to you.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
So you saying we ain't go to you?
Nah, you went to me, and as soon as I was about to say something, you had something going on with Mario,
Oh.
and then you went to the super chats, and you never got back to me, and then I'm hearing people going in front of me. I'm like, damn, what happened? So I
Damn,
just did the
Jay.
super chat.
My bad.
No,
You got it. Go for it.
that's all good. It's all good, man. You know I'm a proud fan. Hold up. First of all, I'm tired of you punk ass niggas talking shit about Canelo because none of y'all could have done anything that he's done. None of you. Okay, let's just get that out the way. Okay, first of all, he fought in Guadalajara. That was what you call that shit? That's cartel country. The only way that boxing thing could have gotten bigger is if he had fought in Cancun. That was it. 50,000. I don't know how many people is clearing 50,000 in Guadalajara, Mexico, or anywhere else in Mexico. So that shit was big right there. Number two, Canelo had broken this dude's nose in the second round. He's been bleeding like a pig since the second round. And when he got to the 10th round, all these people paid a lot of money to see this fight. So Canelo's like, you know what? I'm gonna just let it go the distance and let them get their money's worth. And everybody have a good day. He don't have to destroy this dude. He don't have to. And to me, I think Canelo's been giving you guys too much. I think he should disappear for like 6 months to a year and watch how you feel about all the other fighters. Then y'all gonna be begging for that nigga to come back. That's me, Jay Swift. I'm out.
Oh wow. Oh wow, they going to jail with Super Max. I ain't even gonna talk about that. I don't want to send that little bar to jail. Al in the Bay, what it do? We going out to the phone lines. You know the number to call. Show line is 1-425-569-5241. Press one time. If you're new to the stream, we're here every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're always here to give you a place to call in and express your frustration or celebrate if you got it right. If you a fan of Canelo and you happy that he did his damn thing in front of 50,000 with the fireworks and the fucking the LED sidewalk, yeah, call in. Say it from the top of your lungs. If you a hater like the rest, call in and do a little bit of hating. You feel me? We going out to Majid. Majid, all right. We going back to Hal in the Bay.
Yo, what's up, Ness? Hey, you kept cutting me off twice. But man, yeah, man, I guess these fans are spoiled, man, because he literally beat the dog taste out of his mouth, bro. Like, if that was a fight on the street, bro, he would have got arrested for that. That was straight brutal, you know. He was just, you know, he tried to knock him out, but he couldn't knock him out. So he just dog walked him all the way through. So yeah, I think these fans are just a little too spoiled. You feel me? You know, but like you saying, that ring walk was bananas. I was on my feet like that was crazy. Like that was one of the top ring walks that I've seen. You know, Canelo did. You know, Um, yeah, for me, when people say, "Oh well," for Devontae beating, um, Garcia, he's the face of boxing. No, he's not. He's got to fight against the dogs in that division to be the face of boxing. You got to go through the fire to be the face of boxing. Canelo went through the fire and came out. Yeah, he got torched a little bit, but he's trying to go back into that fire. So I don't discredit him for wanting that back. Because if that was me, I'm gonna try to get some get back. I ain't never one of those people who's like, oh, I'm lost, so I don't want to fight him no more. I'm gonna try to go back, and I'm gonna try to go back where I lost at. So if he goes back and fight Bivol, I salute him for that. If he don't, he still got to go against Charlo and the Mexican monster. To keep the face of boxing going. He got to be that boy to go against them killers. You feel me? So, like you said, Ness, you feel me? He fought his mandatory. People don't understand. That's your mandatory. That's the guy you have to fight. If any guy you fight your mandatory. So, I give him credit for stepping up and fighting his mandatory. I don't care what anybody said. If that's your mandatory, fight that dude because he's there for a reason. He didn't get there by accident. So, yeah, man. So, I'm proud of Canelo. Let haters hate. That's something that Floyd said. People paid to see him lose, but when they win, they're gonna pay again. So, let them hate.
All right, Larry Smooth, counterpunch.
You hear me?
I hear you.
Hey, yo, don't tell them people that it's because I'm a Tank fan that I'm saying the shit that I'm saying. Look, man,
I
one
mean, but
thing don't
think
have nothing to
about
do
it.
with the other.
Think about it. You say a guy is
No, no, no.
slipping
The fact that the
that
fact that
you
you
didn't give any rounds to the opponent. Like it
the
just you
fact
got to
that
make it
you
make
bring it, the
sense.
fact that you bringing Tank up in the same sentence as Canelo when I never said Tank at no point in my call
No,
just
not
proves that
no,
he's the
no,
face of boxing.
no, no,
You
no, no.
love him. Just say you
Larry,
love Tank, bro.
Larry,
Just
remember
say you love
before
him because I didn't even mention him not one time in my call.
but Larry, before you got on, like
Tell
before
your fans, tell the audience you love Tank more than Canelo
I love Tank
because you
more than
clearly had
Canelo.
that discussion with him.
I love Tank
Not
more than
me.
Canelo.
Not me.
I love Tank more than Canelo.
There we go. Thank you. Thank you. That's my call, man.
All right.
Fuck.
That wasn't hard. I love
Now, just
Tank.
don't lie. Don't lie to people
Oh,
saying
you
that
ain't
because I'm
oh,
a
he
Tank
ain't done,
fan.
y'all.
You
He
see what
ain't
I'm saying?
done.
I'm
He
shitting on
ain't done.
Canelo.
He
It
ain't
was
done.
obvious that you don't want to be clear about the fact that Canelo no, it's not the same nigga, bro. Just admit it. He's
No.
not the same guy,
No, you're
bro.
right. You're right. You're right. You told us that he
So
looked
why
washed.
are you mad for people calling in and saying the obvious?
Uh,
You obviously saw that he looked like he lost a step. And the fucking Triple G fighter like he lost a step. The nigga looking old. He only 32, but he looking about 45. It's a wrap. He's done off.
That's it.
That's it, my brother.
You got it. Yeah, I just, I wish these guys would make a better use of their call to like really make their point. Cause it's like you calling in here and you saying Canelo's wash. Then when we ask you how many rounds you gave Ryder, you say none. Then you call back and you saying, yo, I'm really the one obsessed with Tank when you clearly not listening to someone else started the whole Tank is the face of boxing conversation. And then I defended and said last night's event is what the face of boxing looks like. You understand? So, maybe you gotta pay attention just a little bit more. But I got a cash app from Mike, $2. And he said Canelo should rematch Bivol and retire. That's actually one of the options on our poll right here on youtube.com where we got almost 800 votes, but we don't have 800 likes. The hate is real. I get it. I get it. You know, if you a Tank fan, smash the thumbs up. And if you're a Canelo fan, smash the thumbs up. It's okay. It's okay. You can be a fan of both or a fan of one and still like the show. You feel me? Damn. Hit the thumbs up before answering the question. But the question is Canelo washed based off yesterday's performance? What's next? Yes, he's washed. Let him rematch Bivol next and retire. 37% want that. That's crazy. Especially after last night's amazing event. How could you want that man to retire with what he brings to the sport? You kidding me? We need events like that if we want the sport not to die. But the next option is not washed at all. Dominated Ryder. Bivol is next, 26%. Next one is not washed. Dominated Ryder. David Benavidez is next, 29%. And look good, Badu Jack next, 9%. I'm shocked not more people picking that Badu Jack option as it would be for a cruiserweight title and him moving up a lot more. Yeah, you know, so let me get these phone lines moving. We do got more people. Wait, let me double check, make sure I ain't got no super chats here or cash app. So one of those counter punches. I don't want to leave nobody behind. Juno. All right, and we got Alex Vega with the second counter punch. What up?
No, like honestly, that intro, I mean the ring walk, it was tight as fuck. Like there was a lot of energy. But yo, it wasn't even the ring walk of the night. Did you see Bad Bunny in WWE in Puerto Rico? That shit was blazing. If you haven't seen that shit, yo, see that shit, yo, you gotta take a look at it immediately. Like he comes out to his own song, and yo, the whole crowd, I don't know how many people was in there. They're all chanting in sync, singing the song. Yo, that shit was super live, bro. You definitely got to take a look. But yo, we seen Tyson Fury walk out to 90,000 people, right? Against Dillian White. How many people was there for the Chisora fight? It was a lot of people, right?
He didn't have a LED sidewalk.
Nah, I don't know. 90,000 people screaming, chanting your name. That's a lot going on too. But I'll give you that. But yeah, yo, two things can be true.
Bro, but first of all, you comparing Fury doing 90,000 in his hometown. Canelo's do 50 in Guadalajara, 70 in Texas, 20 in Las Vegas. You understand? It's muy diferente. Muy diferente.
I mean, Fury did one of the top gates in Nevada with Wilder as well. So I mean, we're just gonna name stuff. I'm just saying, 90,000. I mean, why didn't they do it in Estadio Azteca, right? Azteca. That would have been 100,000. But I bet you they didn't feel like the buzz was there. Shout out to him doing his hometown. They deserve it. But listen, you can win dominantly on the scorecard 11-1, 10-2, and still not be that top guy that you used to be. How about Andy Ruiz against Areola, right? He lost what, 2 rounds in that fight?
How about
won the
you
rest.
tell us?
No one was feeling he was amazing.
Hey champ, here goes a cheap plug for you, man. You run a pick'em league. Won't you do a hypothetical pick'em right now? John Ryder versus Jamal Charlo. John Ryder versus what's another?
Benavidez, Morale, because I got those two smoking John Ryder.
By knockout?
Yeah, for sure.
Bro, based off what you seen yesterday, how you gonna say that, bro? My man just showed his durability. That seems to be the saddest part of today. That you will, the hatred for Canelo refuses.
Hatred.
You guys
no, hold on. Listen,
I
am a known Canelo supporter. I'm just saying, we got to be down to earth when it comes to this.
You are refusing
what he is currently.
Brother, you're refusing to give the epitome of the sport any light. Like boxing is about a guy like John Ryder getting exactly where he got last night. Maybe he didn't win, but his career turned around. It's a guy with mad losses. This is Tevin Farmer. He's just UK. Like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like, y'all not giving him any credit. Y'all keep saying Canelo
No.
look,
I don't have a
Canelo
problem
look,
with John Ryder
Canelo
being
look,
the opponent.
Canelo look.
I'm
What
just
about
saying
John Ryder
the
rose
Canelo
to the
2 years ago
occasion?
flattens this dude mid rounds. Benavidez or Morel finished this guy 7-10,
It
somewhere
went
around
over
that.
his
That's
head.
what I believe. It's not a knock on John Ryder. I'm saying these guys are that much better in the cream of the crop of the division that I believe I know what an elite 168 pounder looks like, and Canelo's just not currently it.
All right, Chuck,
That's
that was the belt. Listen, it went right over his head. It's what I'm saying. You guys keep saying this about Canelo. What about if it's Ryder that rose to the occasion is all I'm saying. But Big If, what up?
Yo, what up, man? What's popping with you, man? You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Salute to you, man. Yeah, I thought Mario was gonna be on here, man. He's kind of like the Peter Rosenberg of the boxing voice, man. But anyway, salute to both of y'all, man. I gotta
Appreciate it.
ask you a question though. I just heard that on your show, man. I didn't even know about that. Andy Cruz just got signed.
Word, bro.
Yeah,
Matchroom.
where did he defect from? Defect to rather.
I don't know, but he was in Mexico yesterday with Eddie. That's probably where he was at, was Mexico.
Oh, so he's no longer in Cuba? Yo, that's lit, son. I can't wait for him to learn the pro styles and they build the whole Keyshawn shit up. And that's gonna be lit, man. I didn't even know that,
I
but
don't know.
salute to
I
him,
don't
man.
know that he ever
But
gonna fight Keyshawn. He gonna have to like really, put the pedal to the metal because Keyshawn so far like Keyshawn about to fight for a
yeah,
title like in 2-3 fights if they want.
facts. Now I could see that happening at 140, man. Probably when he's like further down and like gains weight and everybody moves up and shit. Finally, I could probably see that happening at 140. But anyways, I want to talk about the Canelo fight, man. Listen, man, like I don't know what people are watching, but Canelo dominated it. He dominated that fight. Like you don't have to knock somebody out to dominate. You know what I mean? He really dominated the fight. Like what happened was Bivol showed us like what Canelo does and how to mitigate it. But the difference is Bivol is an actual good range fighter, but on Ryder is not as good as Bivol. So Canelo does this thing where he moves his back foot first, leans back, fakes the distance, and then makes you think that there's still a little distance there. So what Bivol did was like he would jab Canelo when he's moving his back foot first. So that's easy to mitigate that. Ryder tried that, it just didn't work. He just didn't have enough power to keep him off. And what we saw was Canelo had the power to keep Ryder honest. Like, you know what I mean? So anybody talking about Canelo faded? Nah, the power was there. He probably could take it on the chin. He's probably good with the punch resistance and all that. But that's cool. But Canelo was able to keep Ryder honest. So I don't know what they talking about, man. Like I keep saying, man, I don't know what these people are watching. You guys are not hardcore. I'm not jacking that. Y'all boxing baddies, and I'm out, man.
Appreciate you, bro. We got a few callers here. We going out to, excuse me, Minnesota. New caller. Who's this?
Yo, it's me. What's up, Ness? Can you hear me? It's Polo from Twitter.
Polo T, what up?
You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Man, what does that do? What's up, bro? How'd you see the fight, man? It was a good ass undercard. I had the family. We had a fight party. They enjoyed it. I think people complain just because he didn't get the knockout, but this is crazy, bro. Say he did stop him, they would have still complained. They would have been like, Ryder didn't do nothing, or he just stood there. I don't understand, bro. He won clearly, and like the only round that you can give Ryder like respectfully is the 10th, because the 12th Canelo was winning it, and Ryder only had like 20 seconds of success, and then he got tagged. Like, bro, he arguably didn't win a round. So it's like, it's crazy to me. He's coming off of surgery. He just beat the fuck out of a top 5 168, and people want to see his wash. I mean, I thought he looked good. Now, if it was a close fight, like a 7-5, then I'd be like, damn, man. It's like, yeah, he's probably, he's dumb, but he dominated.
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you, man. He certainly dominated in my eyes.
Yeah, when he said like they should, but bro, getting a fight in that stadium is not easy, bro. Like they got their own shit going on over there. Like that fighting on the stick is not easy, bro. There's a lot of liabilities. You feel me? And he's not even from there. Why would he fight there? Like the only way he could probably fight. Say if Marcus was like in his weight class and was active, then he could draw that kind of number. But bro, there's no point of him fighting there. Like he's not from there. You feel me?
I hear you.
And it's a lot. Have you ever been to Mexico?
Of course.
You been to the Estadio Azteca? Like, have you been to Mexico
No,
City?
no, I haven't been to like I've gone to resorts, brother. I'm there to vacation.
Yeah, whoever said Cancun, that dude is smart. They would sell like because I think they do have a stadium they're building, but nah, bro, this is Mexico and it ain't, bro. It's too high of an altitude. It's just, bro, it's gonna be a whole like. It's not like Guadalajara, bro. Over there, like you will get jacked. Like if they do that fight over there, it's just gonna be a lot of like smiling and crime now, bro. It's not even it. Like you don't want that fight over there. You feel me? Because it's just too much of a hassle.
Where?
That's a dangerous. Mexico City's dangerous, bro.
Nah, I
The
hear
fight in
you.
the Azteca, bro. That's not good. Yeah, and I don't know. People tripping. Like, did you think he looked washed? Let's be honest. Or what did you think?
Hell no, bro. He won every fucking round. How could you be washed winning every round?
For real, bro. Like he would have knocked him. I'm telling you, bro. They would have complained and said that it wasn't a good stoppage. He had to get a rip. I feel like he still has it, bro. I feel like get his get back or whatever he do. Fight David, beat him, and then go get your get back, and then see what's up. Cause the Billo fight will be there. I know he's not gonna do the undisputed. I'm gonna say right now that shit ain't happening. But like you said, it's always gonna be there. I just feel like people want something to complain, bro, and then I don't
It's
know, man.
not
They just
even,
these boxing.
bro. It's not even complaining, bro. It's fake, bro. It's they're not. They, they don't really mean that. Like if, oh my god, I'm trying not to take
And
your
then they
call,
say,
bro.
"Oh, he only did 50,000." All right, my bad, bro. It's always good talking to you. At least we still got some real boxing fans that appreciate that. We still got cash cows.
Appreciate you, man. This is the thing. It's like they're, they lying. You know what I'm saying? You know that the callers that are calling in that they're saying, "Oh, he looked washed," or "He's losing this." That like they're straight lying because put it into perspective, right? If Canelo is washed beating Ryder 12 nothing, 11-1, 10-2, what is Jamal Charlo in his last fight with fucking Montiel? Nobody would say that Charlo is lost a step and he's done because Montiel fucking made his eye look like a hamburger. But this is what I'm saying. It's fake criticism. It's not real criticism because if it was real, they would have it for everyone. Because Charlo looked like he took more punishment than Canelo and and that goes to Vega, who lied as well. Live on the air with all that heart, he just lied. Like, yeah, Charlo would fuck up Ryder. Meanwhile, he struggled with Korobov, and look at the Montiel fight. Like, why would we believe that Ryder wouldn't be a good matchup for Charlo? Like, people just lie because they got a hole in their face. They could talk because of that shit, bro. Hardcore Dub, what up? Hardcore Dub. Hardcore Dub. All right. We got Kentrell in Phoenix. What up?
Yo, I've been waiting for an hour, well, over an hour, but I need to say some things quick,
Yo, you
man. I
can
might have to do a
always
counterpunch to get.
counterpunch to cut that line, champ. I mean, but it's dozens of people trying to get in.
Got you. First, we need to quit even mentioning like the fakes of boxing and Tank. Like Tank haven't even fought anyone on this level yet. Tank is an A-level fighter. He's been fighting B's and C's, kind of like Loma used to do. Number two, last night I felt like Canelo did not look washed, but one thing that really scared me about Canelo was that he refused to make adjustments. So like whenever he had Riders on the rope, he would come with that double jab and that right hook, and Ryder was prepared for it, so he always like kept that hand up. So I feel like that's gonna really be an issue when he fight Bevo. Like, can you make adjustment like on the fly? So I do think he need to work on just like I don't know his adjustments, but I do think that I gotta let you go. Hold on.
All right, champ. Go get her. Hawk. Maryland, what up? Actually, give me 1 second, Hawk. I'll be right back to you if I forget you. It wasn't meant to be. I got myself a counterpunch from Charles Baker. And we also got a $10 Cash App. Shout out to Mike in the 215 who used the Cash App so I didn't get raped for $3 because they take 30%. He says Canelo versus Benavidez, then fight Bivol for sure. Charles, let me see, usually on Twitter, what's goody with the Cash App to cut the line, doing a counter punch. What's good with you? Gotta unmute.
Ness, can you hear me?
Perfect.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I wanted to make sure you got that cash app. You just said it. But no, Ness, shout out to the boxing voice, man. Shout out to you always putting that good hard work in on Sunday. But I disagree with a lot of people, man. He's definitely not washed. I do think people are hating. But Ness, one thing that I don't like that he's doing, and I've noticed it, and you could tell me if you think I'm wrong, Ness. What he's doing is he's not working his jab, and I don't know if it's because he's looking for knockouts. I don't think he's washed. I don't think he's not working that jab because he's washed. I think he's a lot of it is his ego. I think he's trying to knock these guys out, but he's definitely not fucking washed, man. He's still the face of boxing to me. Um, in comparison to everybody else, and I don't understand why some of these people are considering Tank the face of boxing when Tank won't fight nobody other than flat-footed fighters that try to knock him out. But Canelo has covered all ends for me as face of boxing. But Ness, I just think that I would like to see him work his jab more. I think that's one of the reasons why he lost that B-ball fight. Well, I had it a widespread, but I think that fight would have been closer to me if he would have threw more jabs. But what do you think about that, Ness? He's definitely not losing a step, but I just don't see him throwing that jab like he used to, Ness.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. He's definitely gotten away from that. We talked about it earlier. He's looking for these big shot counters, man. I don't know. Hopefully, if they are going to do the Bivol rematch, hopefully they could bring in a different set of eyes, man. Maybe bringing in Nacho Beristain. He did a great job with Marquez. He speaks Spanish.
Because he has that, Ness. We know he can throw jabs, but it's just like I noticed that with the third Triple G fight and the B-War fight, and even last night, like he dominated that fucking fight. I don't know what people are talking about. He ain't washed, but he's fighting a different style, and I don't know if he's evolving more to ego versus getting back to what I'm used to him doing. I'm used to him being able to counter and be a superior boxer, especially with that jab. So that's the only thing I don't like about him, but dude, if he gets back to throwing that jab, I mean, I don't want him to fight Bivol like you said. Um, I think he'll still beat Benavidez because Benavidez is going to come forward and he's going to be easy to hit, but he's also the big time mandatory. But yeah, Ness, I just think he needs to get back to that jab, brother. Keep up the good work.
Appreciate you, man. Charles, thank you, obviously, for calling in. Thank you for the counterpunch to cut the line. Obviously, everybody's support allows me to continue to do this and be here every day, and I love to be here every day. If you haven't caught an hour live yesterday from the Virgin Hotel in the Skybox, you should check it out. Check out my stories on Instagram, and you can see a lot of videos of the inside, as we couldn't show too much of the inside because they had so many TVs showing the fight everywhere. It was insane. Live painting going on from Rod Pryor. Andy showed up with his crew. Obviously, the Dynasty was there. Fernando Senior and his kids, all of them. It was a great experience, man. I wish more of you guys could have came. There was tickets as low as $100, and it looked like food was included. They had like a very official spread, but it was tacos, not tacos. I guess. I mean, I guess they are tacos because of the tuertas or tortas. But they had asada, they had pastor, obviously chicken, all that shit. So it was pretty good, man. Let me see here. Let me see. We got some super chats. James Benitez, Alabama, stand up. Rematch Bivol, and then Berlanga pass the torch. I mean, I don't know. Can Berlanga take the torch. He's got to take it. He can't just pass it. You got to beat him. $2 super chat right back at us from James, who says Berlanga stops Ryder. Stop the BS. Nello done. Yeah, I'd like to see that. Let's fucking be real. Yo, Angulo and Benavidez went the distance. You talking about Ryder won't go the distance? You crazy. See, I don't know. I got to see Berlanga stop him. I'm sorry. Leonard Sterling, 2 quids. Mr. Plans Cruz in 10 rounds, debut July in Michigan. Who the fuck is Mr. Plans? I don't know who's that. Okay. He's saying Cruz in a 10-round debut July in Michigan. Okay. So they gonna put him in a 10-round debut? Andy Cruz? Okay. He on some Lomachenko shit. Okay. I would like to see that. For real though, like I'm so old. You feel me? Like I came up on like Crisscross. You know what I'm saying? Not came up on him, but like when I was obviously an adolescent teen or whatever, that them motherfuckers was out, right? So he looked weird with them braids for that shit for me. But I guess that's the new thing, right? Because like Tank got the braids now. Who else growing braids? Keyshawn got the braids, I think, or his is dreads. I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe it's because he got his shit dyed too. I don't know. But I seen Ugas was excited, say he gonna be a world champ. So we'll see. Not everybody style turns, translates to the pros. You feel me? Like Robisi had to, get dialed back, get brought up, go see Silas. I wonder who Cruz is going to train with, right? Like who he's going to choose. I hope he chooses Silas like everyone else versus bouncing around and then ending up with Silas. We got Kentrell in Phoenix, $5 super chat. If Canelo beats Bivol, he should fight Arthur Beterbiev and shit on Floyd's legacy, then retired. Undisputed 2 weight classes. Floyd couldn't even do one. I don't know that his legacy has anything to do with Floyd's. Plus, he lost to Floyd, so it's always going to be that thing. You feel me? Larry, where my man Larry at? Go ahead and complete your payment, champ. It's still pending. I got JP. What up? Talk to me. Damn, we never went back to Hawk. See, Hawk, you let me forget. I'm coming to you at the JP. I promise you. Unless JP don't come. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hawk time. JP, what up? Hawk, what up?
Yo, okay, what up, Ness? You hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you hear me? Okay, cool. What's up? Hey man, when I saw Canelo, it looked like Canelo to me. I ain't seen nothing. He beat the crap out of the dude, and what I saw was Ryder went back to his corner at some point in that fight and said, "Fuck it, I'm fighting." That was it. You run into that. You run into that when you're in that high level of boxing. The dude just was like, his nose broke. Everything's going on. Everybody thinking he's gonna quit. And he went down, sat in his corner, made up his mind he's gonna fight, and that's what he did. That's all that was. But Canelo looked just like Canelo always looked. He was piecing him up. Canelo's a counter puncher. That dude is a brawler. And the reason I say Canelo can't beat Bivol is because Bivol's a pure boxer, just like Floyd was. And counter punchers always gonna have trouble with a boxer. But I thought Canelo beat the crap out of Ryder last night. He looked the same. He just ran into a guy that just made up his mind. He made up his mind in his corner. He's like, I'm not going out like that. I'm gonna fight. That's all. I don't even know if he expected to win. He just knew he wasn't gonna quit. He knew he wasn't gonna stop fighting. And that's what Canelo ran into. But other than that, as far as I've always said, I thought Canelo couldn't beat Bivol because Canelo, they say he fights like him and Tank Davis fight like they don't. Tank is a boxer puncher. Tank will resort to pure boxing. He will bounce around, but since he punches so hard, that makes him a boxer puncher. Tank will box. Canelo always steps forward. You know, he plots forward and he shoots his shots with accurate shots. He'll have trouble doing that with Bivol because Bivol's on his toes the whole fight. I just think Bivol got the best legs in the business. And as far as Canelo fighting Benavidez, I think that's the fight he should fight. But I don't got him beating Benavidez. Benavidez punches too much. But anyway, TBV #1.
Hawk, you the man, champ. You is the man. Let me see here. Looks like the number to call, 1-425-569-5241 is the show line. $2 super chat from round 13. Canelo can't beat Bivol unless the judges rob him. All right. All right. Let's see what we got in Stockton. New caller. Who's this? Stockton, new caller. Who's this? 209, 209.
You hear me?
Yo.
You hear me?
We hear you.
You hear me?
We hear you.
All right.
All right. Checkmate boxing.
Yo, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah. Hey, I was just gonna get straight to it. Sentiment is done. The reason why I say sentiment is done is because, again, John Ryder, first of all, no one even talked about the fight. Even the day before the fight, even the weigh-in, people were still talking about Tank. So they say, oh, he's mandatory, you have to do this. But yet, he didn't fight Charlo when Charlo was mandatory. He didn't fight Derevchenko when
He
Derevchenko
also never
was
went back
mandatory.
to
He
the
got stripped.
division Charlo was in, right? Is that correct?
Okay, well, guess what? Charlo been trying. He turned down $50 million to fight Charlo at 68. So he's bouncing around fighting somebody nobody wants to see. John Ryder lost to Rocky Fielding.
Mm-hmm.
John Ryder has been knocked out by some dude named Nick Blackwell. John Ryder was on nobody's radar. He's nothing but again, he's like a English.
He wasn't
muffin
on your
that
radar?
Nobody cared about. You got no.
Even,
nobody cares about.
so
John
he wasn't
Ryder.
on your
He
radar.
lost to Rocky Fielding.
He wasn't on your
He lost
radar.
to Rocky Fielding.
But that was in the past.
He lost to Rocky Fielding.
And then he
Tank
beat
is
Jacobs.
The face of boxing. Tank just did 1.2 million.
Oh, wow.
And Canelo probably, if he do 300,000, he'd be lucky if he do 300,000 pay-per-views for this bullshit. Okay? Tank is the face of boxing. Just did over 20,800 at T-Mobile, pulled in 22.8 million, and this is that was Tank's 5th pay-per-view. Okay, Canelo, after he fought Floyd, he didn't get to $1 million after his 6th pay-per-view. Okay, and the last time he did $1 million pay-per-view was 2018 GGG. So think about it. Tank had 5 fights. He did it. So guess what? If he does another, what are the odds? Canelo's only did 4 fight pay-per-views that was $1 million. So Tank is the face. Y'all act like he Eddie Kane Jr. I still got it, Duck. Nights like this, he's done. Why don't you just respect Tank? Period. Hello?
Is
Can
you
hear
done?
me? I didn't. I thought it was hung up. I thought you muted or something. But yeah, listen, give Tank his props. Canelo is done. He's fighting people nobody wants to see. He will not. If he fight Benavidez, first of all, think about this. Bivol wants to come down and fight him at 68 for all the belts. Canelo don't want that. You know why? Because if he loses to Bivol, he will retire and still is undisputed, which is whack. He just want to retire with them belts. Listen, he did his thing. His time is up. Give Tank his props. That's what it is. Okay, Tank's going to have Canelo only got 4 pay-per-views for $1 million. Tank on his 5th, he's going to surpass that. I don't know why y'all want to hate on it and let Eddie Kane.
Georgie, Boston.
Hey, yo, what's happening, people? Mr. Gibbs.
Yo.
Yo.
Yo,
nigga,
yo.
they talking about
They talking about not even John Ryder. Mama knew who he was before he fought Canelo, bro.
You must be talking to people that
bro.
don't watch the sport, because I watched him beat Jacobs and Zach Parker. So he was on my radar. I'm not a casual.
They talking about Canelo's skill have diminished. That this man is past his prime. That he have dropped. Nigga, what fucking rule we using here? Because, I mean, like you said, nobody seen he lost a fucking round, so I don't know, baby. It's like mathematics doesn't exist no more. Like, I mean, it's like just straight up like, I guess two things could be true at the same time. You could see maybe a little more carefulness. He's trying to be more careful. He came out of us from Bevo, but to say that the man is done, it's like, yo, that's straight up sound hate and shit. I don't get it like that. I just don't get it, man. I just calling in to tell everybody to support the channel. Shout out to my brother Mofongo. I see you in the shotty, but I'm still fucking blocked. I need next to unblock me.
Send me
This
your
is
link, bro.
bullshit.
I don't know nothing about you being blocked. Send me the link to my
Come
DMs.
on,
It's the
man.
only thing I can
Stop
do.
it. Yo, hashtag fucking free Porgy up in this bitch. Everybody donate, support the channel. I'm out.
Send me the link, B. Send me the link. Send me the link, B. Send me the link. What we got? Is this my man's in them Oscar? Nah, let me look that up. We got so many people in San Antonio, I can't do that no more. So many 210s. Let me see. Let me see. This is. See? It is actually not Oscar. I think this might be a new San Antonian. My name is Antonio Barreras. Nah, that's actually not how it goes, but it was Antonio Barreras that played that character. He was actually in that movie with Andre the Giant, remember? Who knows that line I was trying to say right there? When he says, my name is Antonio Barreras. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Such a movie guy, I swear. Yo, you know, it's funny, quick story. Cuba sees me yesterday and he was telling me that he thought I was being disrespectful during the interview because I had the phone. And I'm like, bro, in that studio, we don't get a laptop. I'm researching. He's like, no, I realized after. But I'm like, you and your co-host, two dickheads, fucking texting while I'm interviewing. I'm like, no, that's not what happened. I'm using the phone as motherfucking, research. This is my tool, my box rec and all that shit is there. But let me see here what we got. It is Oscar. Damn, Oscar. I should have went with my first instinct, man. What's up with you?
Yeah, you should have, man. For the caller, Dervinchenko, Andre, and Charlo outpriced themselves, so that's on them. And people saying that he's lost a step. Bro, did you see the size of that ring? That was a lucha libre ring. You know what I mean?
Word.
That
That
dude,
shit was little.
when I seen it, I was like, I already know what he's gonna do. He's gonna give him a rock and sock 'em fight for the Mexican fans, because a lot of Mexican fans don't like that dancing around. And for the boxer who said, the caller who said that Canelo's what did he say? He's not a boxer puncher. Ain't that what we always labeled him as? A boxer puncher? Because when he fought Danny Jacobs, he was moving in there pretty good, boxing and punching him. He wasn't looking to knock him out. You know what I mean? I think right now it's just, I think he's getting a lot of criticism and he's giving people what they want too much. You know what I mean? I think if he fights Bivol, I really don't want him to fight Bivol. I hope Bivol turns the fight down so he can go fucking wash Benavidez already. That's what I really want. Because, who has Benavidez fought? The best guy on his resume is Plant.
I'm
is
with
it not?
you.
You know what I'm saying? And for someone said Berlanga would stop Ryder. Man, Ryder would stop his ass, bro. Don't play. Ryder would probably fucking give Benavidez a fucking fight, a run for his money. You know what I mean?
I don't know if Ryder stops him, but I would like to
Berlanga?
see that fight. I would like to see that fight. I actually want that fight. Honestly, I would like that fight.
Oh,
I know
I think
Berlanga
I think we
won't
should
want
protest
it,
for that fight.
But I like
Yeah,
that fight.
we should protest for that fight. I think we should protest for that fight. Ryder fighting Berlanga, you know what I mean? See if he gets another chance, fight another upcomer, and see if he could upset the apple card. I think he
I
can.
mean, he wants a
To do,
Canelo
and
fight. That's how you do it. Do some common opponents.
yeah, and then after that, say, you know what? Fuck it, I'll fight Benavidez. You know what I mean? Because when he beats Benavidez, they're gonna say, oh well, he's ducking David Morrell now too. So it's always gonna be a next guy. But
Yep.
that's it, man. You have a good one, man.
You too, brother. You too. You the man. Thanks for calling in. I got a couple super chats I got to get to. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't be a jerk. Smash that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. It's going to put this in the eyes of other boxing fans. They going to know that we here every Sunday, 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, talking boxing, taking calls, letting you call in, letting you voice in your opinion, letting you get it off your chest. I got Sup Jesus. What up, Jesus? $5. He says, everyone wants the Canelo versus David fight. But you think Al Heyman will let David go fight on Matchroom and DAZN? No. David and his father made it clear on our episode at the Win that they have a 3-fight deal with Al, and they also said they're gonna finish their career with Al. You got to understand he's got other fighters. He's got Fred Pacheco who's coming up. He's a heavyweight. He's gonna have to put him somewhere and what better place than with Al, if not with Top Rank, who's really invested in heavyweights. Then he's got Rayo. He's got his son. So these guys got to stay loyal. That's what it is, man. If it is what it is. Jugs, $2 super chat. The last caller is holding someone's nuts. Tyrone the Great, $2 super chat. Canelo beats Benavidez. Bivol KO. Wait. Canelo beats Benavidez. Bivol KOs Canelo on the rematch. Oh, wow. Okay, he think he get a KO. Let me get to some callers here. What we got? Look like Big Boss Nino Twitter. What up? Big Boss. We do not hear you. Hello. It's the first of the month. Reconnect. Jump back in. NFL, what up?
Yo, Nush, you can hear me?
Perfect.
Nush, real quick, I want to talk Canelo, but I had to write this down. You think Keyshawn Davis is going to be a champ in 2-3 years?
2-3 fights.
Oh, 2-3 fight? What?
Bruh, Devin vacates. You don't see what number he's in the WBO? He getting a shot, bruh. And he gonna win. He gonna get a shot.
I
just
didn't think
like
about Devin vacating. I ain't gonna lie, that didn't even cross my mind.
he gonna get a shot just like motherfucking Shakur did versus a vacant versus someone in his own stable. It's gonna be him versus Jermaine Ortiz or Nakatilia or Cambosis for the WBO. Who else they just signed? They signed another 35-pounder. You believe that. Believe that. That WBO, oh, that's Top Rank belt. And Shakur getting the BC.
WBC.
He in position. They know he's good enough. See, they usually only give you the WBO, but if you good enough, they let you go fuck with the WBC. See, the WBC got everybody ranked, so you gonna end up fighting a PBC fighter if they with the smoke.
But back to Canelo. I wouldn't say he washed. I don't know why everybody keep talking retirement. So I think he just transitioned into more of that decision when, like, how Pretty Boy Floyd went to Money Mayweather. You feel me? You can't always get the knockout. Sometimes you gotta fight with your head too.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all was talking about Canelo walk. I seen the walk, but in my opinion, I think Tim Tszyu walk was harder out in Australia versus Tony Harrison. I don't know. It was
I don't
something about
even
the fight.
remember
I
that
was
shit.
fucking with it.
I don't even remember that. I remember the fire and his name in fire, but he was walking on concrete. That's what I'm saying. Canelo was walking on televisions, man. Y'all gotta stop, man. The floor was lit up. The floor was digital, man. That shit cost money, and that shit was long. That shit was long.
It was his brain walk was long as shit. Longer. I thought it was gonna be longer than a fight before it went the distance. But come on, man. Everybody in this chat, you know it, I know it. The face of boxing come out of Baltimore, man. It's cool though. It's just like Mike and LeBron. The old heads don't want to see the new buck take over. That's all it is.
We'll see, man. We'll see. Time will tell. The cream rises to the top.
Of course. But that's all I got.
Yo,
Everybody subscribe to the
being from
channel. Yeah, what's
Baltimore,
up?
you said it. Where could Tank do 50,000 people?
50,000. Wherever you got a stadium that can hold 50,000. He gonna sell it out anywhere you go. You drop in the middle of the ocean, the boat's gonna pull up.
All right.
All right, that's it.
All right. I got Hotboxing Minute with a super chat saying $2. Did you cut off Twitter Spaces? No, that he was just on Twitter Spaces, and now Big Balls Nino on Twitter Spaces. What up?
Yo, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be a Canelo hater or what they gonna call me today, but after watching the fight, I definitely think he dominated Ryder. But after watching it, I don't think he the same Canelo from back in the day, which is not a bad thing in my opinion. Like shit, he done been fighting hella fights. He almost got 500 rounds under his belt. So shit, you feel me? You feel me? Father Time is undefeated in my opinion, and I just think from what I'm seeing, man, I don't think he can mess with Bivol again. I don't think he could do it against Benavidez. And in my humble opinion, just going off my heart, I don't think he could do it against Boo Boo either. But you feel me? It's Canelo, man. So I feel like at this point, I wouldn't even mind if he hang it up, dog. To be real, because I don't think he beat none of them like young dudes, and I don't think he beat. I mean, shit, if he get Charlo, I mean, I see why he doing that because that's a dude in his era. He ain't never fought him and Boo Boo. I think them the only two left out of his era. But you feel me, man? I ain't seen Charlo in so long either. But I just seen Boo Boo on Tank undercard. I think Boo Boo outbots him just to a UD. Just, Canelo's slow now, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got. I think his pop's still there, but he just come with the double jab and the right power hand, bro. That's all I'm seeing. You feel me? And I ain't seeing nothing else. But like I said, I fuck with Canelo, but I think it's just time. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see it. Like the last caller just brought up basketball. To compare him to a basketball player, it's just like Iverson. You know what I'm saying? Like the nigga was averaging 26 one year, and then nigga just hit a wall. And I think that's where Canelo at. Like he ain't hit that wall yet, but I see it coming. And before he even get there, I think he just need to go and hang it up. Like you feel me, before it fuck up his legacy type shit, because it's already in question. Not in question in my opinion, but to the, you feel me, niggas who want to nitpick and shit, they be like, oh, why he ain't try to undisputed at 160, or why he ain't do it when David had his belt. You know how niggas is, man. They always got something to say. So I think before he just take a couple more L's with Bivol and Benavidez, he just need to go and hang it up, bro. You feel me? Like he done did his thing. Nigga been around forever. So shit, it is what it is. He might as well ride off onto the sunset on some Andre Ward type shit when they don't want you to, and just go out on top. But that's my opinion. I don't think he done at all like shit. But I don't think he beat none of them top guys. That's just my opinion though. I'm out of here. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button.
Appreciate you, champ. LV, what up?
TBV, how it sound?
Straight. Bluetoothed out.
Yeah, man, Canelo, he back. You know what I'm saying? Did what he had to do back in his state, in his home country, Mexico, man. Put it on the show for his country, his people. You know what I'm saying? You definitely can't knock that, man. You know what I'm saying? He did what he had to do. Definitely had him winning. You know what I'm saying? No debate on that. Definitely put on the ass beating, and especially Ryder being on his little winning streak he been on. Got a couple of the good names on there. Canelo doing what he was able to do with him. You know what I'm saying? I still feel like it was impressive, in some stances. But what I'm starting to notice, you know what I'm saying, with him, I think he is starting to wear down. He starts off early in the fight, and late he starts to wear off. Start the other his opponent starts to come on late. And I noticed that with the in the Triple G fight. He won them basically the first 6, 7 rounds he won, had in the bag. But as them later rounds came on, you got the older guy in Triple G starting to come on late. You know what I mean? So, he's definitely young in life, man. He's 32 years old. He's young in life, but in boxing years, man, I do think it's a lot of wear and tear there. You know what I'm saying? He's there getting up there in boxing years. You know what I mean? 60 something fights. That's a lot of wear and tear for in boxing, man. So I think he's probably starting to come out his prime years, but I do definitely think he got a lot left in the tank. Whenever you're able to tend to a guy in boxing, I still think you still putting on a great show. But as far as I ain't gonna just say a great, because what, as the fans they want to see knockouts, and you got a guy like Tank just coming off $1 million pay-per-view, giving the fans knockouts. That's what they want to see. So seeing Canelo go 12 with a guy, it's probably disappointing, the fans. But as far as if you're a boxing guy, I feel like he did what he had to do. You know what I mean? John Ryder is on a few good couple wins coming in, so. I ain't really knocking Canelo. I understand he is 60 fights in, man. That's a lot of wear and tear. And I will always give that man credit for doing what he did at Undisputed in less than a year. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these fighters ain't fighting but 1 or 2 times a year. This man Undisputed in less than a year. So, you know what I'm saying? He definitely put it on for, the Mexican culture and, his people, man. So I ain't never just been no hate on Canelo, man. You got to give him his credit. But I feel like, I would not go the Bivol route. I definitely would not. If I'm on his team, I would advise him to go that route. I feel like what better time than to knock off Jamal? 2 years inactive. Got a lot of boxing.
You ain't going to get no credit for it.
Why you say how you figure that?
Like you said, 2 years inactive.
He won. He had the fight. He had the fight before Benavidez.
That's the call.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but you said it yourself. 2 years inactive. That's why he won't get credit. Stockton, California, trying you again. Stockton, are you available?
Yeah, can you hear me?
209. I hear you now. What's your name, brother?
Oh, my name is George. Man, I've been long time listening, man. I love TVV.
What
I've
up,
been
George?
For a cast to actually make it.
Appreciate you.
Well, I think Canelo's still good. I mean, I think he just showed us that he kind of slowed down a little bit. Like he's probably got some wear and tear. But other than that, I mean, I don't think he's washed, and I think he'll do pretty good against Benavidez. I think if he goes to the body, he should be able to get him maybe wear him down, and then maybe hopefully knockout. But also, I really do like Benavidez as well. So I just want a good fight. That's it.
I'm with you, champ.
Anyway,
Appreciate you calling in. Anything else?
Man, I just love TVV, man. I try to support it anywhere I can. I mean, I've never ever catch the live every because I'm always working. For once, I was able to do it, man. So I'm really happy I stuck to the phone. And just waited.
Appreciate
that's my call, man. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for waiting and being patient. Obviously, we got a lot of callers. Everybody calling in from everywhere. But we do appreciate each and every one of you, and we don't like to leave anybody behind. So we make sure to get to every man or woman without a doubt. If you haven't already done so, a absolutely free way to support the show is to drop us a 5-star review over on iTunes. You can do that, and it costs you nothing, and we'll read it here on the show. We got one from Jesse Hernandez 100, 5-star review. Best pound for pound boxing show. Shout out to the Boxing Voice all the way from Austin, Texas. 3 fire emojis, 3 money emojis. Appreciate you. We got another one coming from Elijah Kidwell. All right. It just says United States. Another 5-star review. He said, called in for the first time today. Been watching for a while. That's the title. And then the messages had to come drop the review. Y'all keep tuning in and keep sharing the podcast. The Boxing Voice doing great things for the sport of boxing. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And then we got this 2-star review from Australia, which, keeps us international, but it's not a good review. It's a 2-star. He said, eat and drink off air. That's his title. He said, it would have been a 5-star review, but Danny Every damn episode, talking with his teeth clenching, eating food, and slurping his coffee into the frickin' mic. It's too hard to keep listening to it. But we do apologize that you didn't have a great experience, and we look to change that. Hopefully, you keep tuning in. We're going out the hot boxing minute. What up?
Yo, Nestor Gibbs, you there?
I'm here, bro. It looked like you had an awesome
Mom,
time out there in Guadalajara, man.
my man, my Filipino ass was having the time of his life in Guadalajara, Mexico. I don't even speak Spanish, Ness. It's crazy out there. I never seen a. Hey, does Tank got his own gas station, Ness?
I don't think so.
Does,
Or his own cell phone.
does he
Cause,
got
Cause
does he got
Canelo got
convenience
Canelo
stores?
phone. No, I don't
Does he got
know.
alcohol? Does he got his own alcohol?
I don't think so.
I didn't even know it was like that. I didn't know it was like that, Ness. Holy crap. His face is everywhere. He's like an icon out there. I'm in the bars and all the screens are all Canelo. Like, what? You want to talk about women? I never seen so many fly women in Guadalajara in my life. I go to Mexico all the time to Tijuana. It's not like Tijuana down there. I'm like, holy crap. Craziness. Hey, much love to Tank Davis, man. 1.2 million. I mean, considering before that it was like 70,000. Hey, I want to see as much successful acts in this game as possible, but you can't really front on Canelo. Like, that is retarded, Ness. I never seen that. That's a second stadium selling. That's a second stadium, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't even know. I understand everybody's mad. I'm down there taking in a whole different country, never been to a stadium fight in another country. I'm seeing the feeds online back here, and it's just different fan bases going there. If it's not a fanboy thing, it's a race thing. And it's just like, enjoy the damn sport and have fun with it. Ness, I wish I was 6 foot plus, 200 plus pounds like you, because I would keep my foot on the neck of them suckers too, just like you do. But I'm only 5'10 and 160, Ness, so I can only get so aggressive with folks. But hey, hit that like button. Follow if you're not already doing so. TBV, the best boxing podcast in the land. Ness, you my dude. Peace.
Appreciate you, man. Hot Boxing Minute. Check him out on TikTok. Dude, super humble. Got hundreds of thousands of followers over there doing his thing with great content. We got James in Alabama. What up?
Yo, Ness, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, Ness, I don't know where to begin, man. It's been a lot said or whatever, man. So I guess I'll start with this, man. Yeah, it was a dope event and everything. Dope outcome, man. All the fans were in this crowd, yada yada yada. But it was still a disappointment. There's no way in hell Tank Davis would have had 60,000 people in the arena and everything, not stop the motherfucker. Second point, Ness, you know that's a lie. You know, Tank always go back down to Mercedes-Benz Arena down there in Atlanta where his second home is, and probably have over 70,000 people travel to the world's largest, maybe second world's largest airport in the country. Also,
I
you
never
know that's
seen Tank
bullshit.
have 70,000. Where is this that
You
he
know
did?
you can. You know you can if he has a stadium fight. You know
Oh,
that's a
so you're
fact, man.
another
If he has,
caller saying that
come on,
he
Ness.
can, but he hasn't done.
Oh shit. Well, all right. It is what it is, man. Well, numbers don't lie, and the traction, his name trending everywhere, man, means that ass is gonna come from all over the globe to see him, man. Third, Ness, man, ain't no better plan than Berlanga getting the belts or even retiring Canelo. Just think about it, man. You know, he signed a Matchroom, probably the highest prospect or highest contender that was signed and everything, most sought out fighter in recent history. So Mario lied about that, saying Regis was more sought out. That's bullshit. And Berlanga, I mean, shit, you got fights you can throw in front of him. They easily going to dominate. He's going to dominate Pacheco. He damn sure will beat Ryder because, in the day, any 5 loss fighter that was on his resume, you can check yourself. He stopped. And Danny Jacobs, I mean, fuck,
Ryder's
man, what,
different,
you
man.
know, you already know, huh? Say what?
Ryder's different.
Ryder different?
Different.
Ryder has so many fucking flaws, man. Like Ryder can look, man. It's sad for me to say that Ryder can improve and everything like that. He kept on pretty much walking into the goddamn right hand, almost to a point where it seemed like he was just trying to take the punishment for fuck's sake. But either way it goes, man, he improved on a few things. He can look better, but he's not going to be good against his rising star Belanga. I'm just putting it out there. You know, and since it seemed like I think it was Checkmate Boxing said it, he said it best. You know, if he's trying to go ahead and exit out the sport and everything, go ahead and fight Bivol. But before you fight Bivol, go ahead and just drop them, just hold on them fucking belts and everything. So Eddie Hearn can have another big ass event. So he can go ahead and just keep doing the great marketing he does and just go ahead and market Belonga as the future star he's gonna be. And that's my call as always. I appreciate the content. Anybody that tries to disagree with me, I say they full of shit because Belanga's up next. Unless proven otherwise. I'm out.
Appreciate you calling in. James, I got Tran. What it do?
Yo, what's good? Champ, what's good, Ness? How you doing, man?
Chilling.
Hey, man, you enjoyed the fight, man?
Sure did.
Yeah, man, I enjoyed it as well, man. That atmosphere, man, was amazing, man. Like Hot Box was saying, I wish I could have been down there, man, because like just watching it, man, I'm like, God damn, that stadium, man. It looked amazing, and the fireworks and everything, man. No one is putting on that type of event and show like Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, like the other caller say, Tank, and no, you can't say, what someone could do. We gotta stay with what has been done, and Canelo been doing it for a while, man. He looked good to me. He looked sharp. Yeah, he on the back end of his career because that's mileage. He's been fighting 60 plus fights. 32 years of age, young, but he got mileage. You know what I'm saying? And he been in wars, and he still has enough in the tank to give us, these big fights that I'm sure that he's gonna give us. So, I'm not disappointed. That he didn't get the knockdown. Ryder, I had Canelo knocking him out by like the 10th round, but Ryder showed some balls, man. He showed some heart. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't there just to get a check. He had a gut check when he was down with Canelo, hit him with the 2-piece. He could have just got the check and left. He could have did with Ryan Garcia, but he was like, no. And he put a good try to put a good performance for himself. And it was a good fight, man. It was a great fight. To me, even though Canelo dominated, but it was just still to see Ryder still trying to, get some rounds and still coming. It made a better fight than what I expected. And in the end, Mexico won, and the boxing fans won. And I know I won too because it was an electrifying event, man. And Canelo, I got about three more big fights in him for sure. Again, he's at the back end, but just the first fight coming off of wrist surgery too as well. So to me, he still look good. He still got the power, still accurate. But yeah, man, that was just my call, champ. I really enjoyed it, man. Keep doing your thing. Smash that like button, and I'll holler at you, champ.
Appreciate you, man. Glad you enjoyed it as well. We going out to Adrian. What up?
What's up, Naz? You hear me?
I hear you. How are you?
It's the inevitable. D Block, D Town, D City, D-Ville, Baltimore, stand up. What's up, Naz, man? All this Tank love. Oh, he's the greatest thing since Muhammad Ali. He's the greatest here. He's the pound for pound #1 fighter. He's selling out everywhere he go. Like, look, dude, the guy's gonna be at home doing nothing. That's your face of boxing? Well, you got Canelo that showed off last night in front of everybody. Now, we got plenty of haters, right? Got plenty of haters of Canelo. You ain't doing nothing good if you ain't got no haters. Yes or no, Ness?
You know it.
So they can keep on opening mouth, especially them people from Baltimore. They keep on opening mouth, trying to say that their guy's the #1 guy in the whole boxing community, in the whole boxing world. He's not. He's not even a global star, man. Let's deal with that. That's facts. Okay? Canelo is the #1 guy. He's not pound for pound #1 anymore. We could say that. But for you to just not give him his roses, I mean, the dude just showed off last night what kind of money he got, what kind of people that back him up got. I mean, damn, just like the caller said before, he got a gasoline station. He got drinks. He got everything, man. He got
Cell
the whole city
phone.
shut down. My bad, coach. Yeah, he got cell phones. He got everything, man. He even probably got socks and underwear, man. You probably wearing his underwear. You don't even know. So at the end of the day, Tank Davis will never, I could tell you the truth, because homie looks like he likes to be in trouble a lot. Look like in a couple of years, you ain't even going to know. He's going to be like an Adrian Broner. That's the way I see it. D Block, D Town, D City, D-Ville, Baltimore, stand up.
Let's go. I love your passion, champ. Don't let nobody take that away. You keep doing your thing when you call in. We got C Dub, True Roll Tide. What up?
Yo, how are you?
Street.
Great, that's what's up, man. Shout out TBV, smash that like button. It's free. Do something with yourself, And Canelo, they just want to see, they just wanted to see somebody get stopped, especially a Ryder, somebody that lost to Rocky Fielding, but he did beat Danny Jacobs, so he deserved the shot. But you know, just take a good look at it right now, man, because the tables have turned. When if you want to see somebody do, if you want to see Canelo go for an excusable loss, if you want to see him rematch Bivol instead of go for somebody that's in his weight class that can beat him, which is David Benavidez or Andrade, then you're a fan of man. I mean, you're just having a fan of man moment, and we have those. It's okay because if you was a fan of the sport, you want to see him do what he's supposed to do and fight David Benavidez, and not go up there where he don't supposed to be and fight Bivol again, an excusable loss. Because when you lose to Goliath, it's like, okay, he was Goliath. You shouldn't have been up there anyway. You know what I'm saying? But they still gonna love you, Canelo. I just want to say that. I want to say that, man. They still gonna love you. If you lose to David Benavidez, they still gonna love you, man. If you lose to Andrade, because that's what it's looking like now. Everybody can see it now. People saying, yeah, stay away from Boo Boo now. They still will love you, man. You don't got to do this. You don't got to go up there to be the Bivol, man, and chase something like you said. Ness, he 1 for 1. He did it. He did it already, but now he wanna come out on top, But yeah, man, chase greatness. He's still Hall of Fame. Win, lose, or draw. I hope he fight Bivol. Just do what you want to do, but still give us what we want, what boxing fans want, and want you to fight David Benavidez too. But that's highly unlikely. Do you see that happening? Like he could fight Bivol and Benavidez after the fight and the Canelo you saw last night.
I
You think he still
mean,
got that mileage on?
yeah, he could fight Bivol this year, Benavidez next year, September.
Okay, okay. I
September,
do like that
September.
Charlo. Right, right. I do like that Charlo fight, but damn, Charlo don't have no momentum. Do it. He don't have no momentum. But it'll be something good for him to come back and make Charlo come up to 168. He a champion, but it's a WBC, so it'll be something. But yeah, man, do what you want to do, Canelo, because we know, you're gonna do it anyway. It looked good. It looked good in Mexico. And got 50,000.
Real good.
So it looked real good, man. He gonna ride off into the sunset. He might beat Bivol. He might beat Bivol. So hey, let's see it. Shout out TBV. Smash that like button. It's free. Do something with yourself.
Appreciate you, champ. We got uh the chef.
Yo,
Yo.
all right. So the caller before the last one was talking about Canelo has gas stations and all that stuff. Tank's only 28. I mean, he really just getting off the ground. So I'm trying to understand, like, why are we comparing Canelo with Tank? They're in two totally different weight divisions. Canelo even said Tank is his favorite fighter
They
right
comparing
now.
them from a face of boxing standpoint, not a competitive against each
And,
other.
and I'm glad you said that, the face of boxing. Why does there only have to be one face of boxing? There should be multiple faces of boxing. When freaking Floyd was there, Pacquiao was still there. Pacquiao was the face of boxing just like Floyd. We go back to Roy Jones, James Toney. I mean, you go back to Leonard Hearns. I mean, there's multiple faces of boxing. Durant. There shouldn't be just one face of boxing. It's a global sport. It should be multiple faces of boxing. Now I'm tired of hearing this. It should only be one face of boxing. No, it is multiple. It's represented through all type of ethnicities, religions, everything. And we need to kill that talk of like it can only be one. So I'm glad you brought that up about the face of boxing. There's more than one face of boxing, and there always will be, whether people like it or not. That's my call.
All right, champ. Appreciate you voicing your opinion and letting us know how you feel. Let me see what we got here. NO, New Orleans, what it do? NO. NO, what up? What up? All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and kick him off and hope that he come back. Maybe he does. And let me see here. We're going to check these super chats. Make sure we got to everybody before we wrap up. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. That's free. You don't need no money for that. We got Joe Moore, $5 super chat. Canelo gassed out looking for the KO, but Ryder was tougher than he thought. Canelo's still a problem. Word. Um, let's see here. I think we got some more. Zorro de la Vega, $2 super chat. He says, "Where was this Canelo buzz before the fight?" I think people understood what this was. Benitez, third super chat. Shout out to you. 60,000 ain't paid to watch a ring walk. They paid for the KO. All right, but they left happy. I'll tell you that. They left happy. Jay Miller, $5 Super J says, just looked up Google Trends on Canelo Alvarez versus Tank. Tank is the new face of boxing for now. Rodzilla, $5 Super Chat. Y'all keep talking numbers. That's cool with the negotiations, but you making your favorite fighter, Canelo, look like a pussy cat emoji because he ain't fighting top competition. Lord have mercy. If Canelo not fighting the top, what is the rest of the world doing? Like literally, the rest of the boxing world. If Canelo ain't fighting the top, that is crazy. We got another one came in. Average boxing fan, $2 super chat. What the fuck has Andre done? He's older than Nello, too. What the fuck is TRPN? Tripping, I guess. Tripping. James Benitez says $2 super chat. Fuck, it disappeared. Got to refresh. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. Go ahead and put this episode in the eyes of others because you helping the algorithm. We got Benitez with another super chat, $2. He said, Puerto Rico versus Mexico, make it happen. He talking about Berlanga and Canelo. We'll see, does that happen? Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Let me double check. Oh, shit. NO, what up? NO. Uh-oh, making my job easy. JL.
Yo, Nes, you hear me?
Damn,
How you doing?
we don't hear you. Nah, I'm joking.
How you doing, champ?
I'm good, and yourself?
Good. Look. I'm just gonna say one thing because I know you're trying to get up out of there. It's something that's been flying over people's heads, But let me ask you a question. What was everybody saying about Benavidez and Plant? What was everybody saying about Benavidez when he fought Plant? That he's this monster, right? He's this fucking untouchable. He's gonna mop Canelo. Canelo did the same thing to Ryder, if not worse, dropping him twice, breaking his nose, and yeah, Canelo's washed. The fuck, this shit don't make no sense. And that's all I gotta say. People are failing to realize that, so that's all I had to say, champ.
Holy shit. All right, brother. Appreciate you. JL on the last call in. On that note, that is everybody. Nest GTO, 6 in the morning. We right back at you. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're just tuning into this now, maybe later, maybe a couple hours from now. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you get notified because we're going live tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. We're going to do it all over again. Then at 12 Pacific Standard Time, yet again. Match my consistency and join us so we could talk some boxing.
90 seconds.
Peace.